My sons, what's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. Much love to your mothers. Thanks for joining us. We are back again to go through more Premier League drama. The ups and downs, the roller coaster of emotions doesn't stop. In fact, Spurs have just opened the door again after a 1-0 defeat to Brighton. Trossard doing the Lord's work. A late goal, well deserved as well, has given Arsenal a huge opportunity to take advantage against Southampton today. We're going to have a look at the lineups. We are actually 15 seconds in. The game has just started. Let's have a look at the lineups. We've got Nketiah up top with Saka and Martinelli. Odegaard, Lokonga, Xhaka. Nuno Tavares slips back into left back with Gabriel, White and Suarez completing the side. What's going on here? We've got a 4-5-1 with lots of changes from their last game. Not surprising, battered against Chelsea. Walker-Peters, Bednarak, Lianco. They've got rid of the main man at the back. Pero, Ward-Prowse, El Yunusi, Romeo, Valerie, Armstrong and Broja. Is it Broja or Broja? I'm still not quite clear on that. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Love to your mothers for joining us. Game isn't actually on TV, so we're doing, what are we doing? We're doing illegal activities. I don't know what you're talking about. Who said that? Allegedly. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Let me know your predictions, thoughts on the lineup. Lacazette. Oh, we've got some fixed fire in the background. Salted, salted, salted. Lovely. Lacazette's got the Roni. I thought the Roni was over. Apparently not over just yet. Alexandre Lacazette's not even in the squad today, and there are actually 7 academy players in said squad. We're currently looking at a slightly delayed feed as well. I can tell I'm like 40 seconds behind on this, so I'm just going to try and switch up. Let me know how you're all doing. Let's bring these frauds into the chat. There isn't going to be a clock today, so please don't have a go, all right? Please don't have a go. There is no clock, if only because the clocks are just, you know, they're sort of out of sync. I don't want to throw anyone off or throw anyone onto the sense. What's this? FBI knocking down the door. I don't know what you're talking about, allegedly. Yeah? Alleged. We've got some talk about the old Roni. Okay, this is interesting. Listen, I'm going to open up the Discord today. We haven't done a late night fraudulence for a while, but if you do want to get involved in a conversation, please do join the Discord in the links to which should be in the description box below. If you do want to get involved in the conversation, we can have a little chinwag while the show's going on. Live show Donnies. I'll wait for you to turn up before I switch it all over. But why not? Let's have a chinwag and see exactly how we're all feeling. There's been lots of sort of drama recently. We've had the Granit Xhaka interview, which I haven't discussed on camera. I have done a tweet about it, although the pitchforks, the knives and the pitchforks were out. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. Can Arsenal actually turn their whole season around yet again with a win today against a Southampton side who are leaking goals left, right and centre? We're looking at a throw-in from the right-hand side. We've got Kyle Walker-Peters on the ball right now as Southampton try and make inroads, and have they won themselves a corner? No, it's a goal kick. Okay, lovely. We move from the back. We're about a minute and a half in. As I say, hope everyone's doing well. Please do get involved in the conversation by joining the Discord, the links to which are in the description box below. We will get you on and have a little chinwag. Why are people talking about Logan Paul? What's Logan Paul got to do with this, bro? Time to sync up. No, it's not time to sync up, bro. There's no syncopation going on today because we're not actually supposed to be watching the game. I'm just an exclusive Donny out here with this beautiful picture. Oh, Xhaka, what are you doing? Okay. Okay, we're giving the ball away. Listen, I want to open the floor, right? Let's talk about Xhaka. I will do a video on this, but we've got an opportunity for you to get some comments in. Let me know your thoughts. He done an interview recently, of course. You're looking at a throw-in. No, I'm not looking at a throw-in. Allegedly, there was a throw-in going on. That's all I know, right? I'm just sort of, what we're doing is we're using telepathy. Yeah, telepathy today. Gabriel Magalhaes drifting forward on the ball. He has been heavily linked to Barcelona in the last few days. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'm slightly worried about those links, if only because they're starting very early. And, oh, lovely ball. Eddie Nketiah picking up the loose ball. Crosses it in towards Martinelli. Nketiah switching over to the left-hand side with Martinelli drifting in. There is no timer, please. Please. Don't drop the soap in prison. Jesus. Do they still use soap in prison? And if so, why? I mean, we've got various other washing, gels available. Soap's a bit old school, isn't it? Is that actually even the cheapest form of washing anymore? Anyway, we've got Eddie Nketiah on the left-hand side. With Cedric Suarez in support. Eddie squares it to Saka, whose shot is blocked. Left-footed effort from just outside the edge of the box. And we pick up the second ball through Lokonga. You like this lineup? Okay, we like this lineup. Mwansa, hope you're doing well. Pablito, how you doing, bro? We are in the 4th minute. We are 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Over here, it looks like we have got a goal in the other game. Have we? No, we haven't, unless I'm really seeing into the future. No. We've got Nuno Tavares on the ball, number 20, darting forward on the left-hand side. A little bit of a Cruyff turn, squares it to Lokonga, who squares it to Cedric. Going out wide now, we've got Martinelli looking for the 1-2 with Odegaard. Arsenal happy to maintain possession at the moment with Lokonga and Xhaka combining in the middle of the park. On the left-hand side, we've got Saka. And yeah, it's a little bit of walk football right now. Arsenal maintaining possession very comfortably. Southampton's press is sort of half-hearted right now. They are clearly quite keen on digging their heels in with 9 men at the back. Unbelievable scenes. What's this? Must-win game to keep top 4 alive. Indeed it is, Helmi. Mihailo Milutinovic. How you doing, my son? He says, Vlahovic would have been better off at Arsenal. Where's this coming from, mate? Is that just because Arsenal need a striker? Serie A clearly suits him. Juve, arguably the biggest club in the league, in the country. It's probably not even debatable, that actually, as Broha takes it past Ben White, darting over to the left-hand side, looking to take his man on, and is he overrun the ball there? No, he's slipped it into the middle. Oh my good God. I'm not sure how that wasn't called as a goal kick, because it looks like he's dribbled the ball completely out of play there. Taking on Ben White, a scoop turn. No, he did actually keep it in. Amazing. Oh my God. He squared the ball beautifully as well. Ready for a tap in. No one waiting on the goal line, and Granit Xhaka can clear. And that is going to be another Southampton corner. Southampton right now putting on all the pressure. And yes, we have got a goal in the other game. It is Cristiano Ronaldo who has given Manchester United the lead against Norwich City. Cristiano the Clown, 7th minute goal. A wonderful finish, making a yard for himself after a well-taken pass inside the box and smashes it into the middle of the back of the net. United 1-0 up. I guess they're back in the race as well for top 4 now, aren't they? With Spurs losing, that will have given them a little bit of hope. As you can see, let me just switch over here so you can actually see. We have got, we've got a serious race here going on. Manchester United now are just 1 point in the live table behind Arsenal. Early doors, their next game against Liverpool. Massive challenge, but they are still in this. And with Tottenham on 57 points, that would mean if things stay the way they are, United will be just 3 points behind, having played the same amount of games. This is going to go right down to the wire. Arsenal maintaining possession after a little bit of Southampton controlling the game. We've got Ramsdale completely out of his area right now. Leaves the ball for Ben White. Is there a sense of urgency? Not really feeling that just yet. We are trying to work our way in. Lokonga looking slightly more settled than he was last time out. They will know, though, that he is young, inexperienced, and capable of making a mistake. As is Eddie Nketiah, who's just given the ball away there. Cedric winning it back, and Arsenal can go again. HUGH like a minute behind. Yes, mate, that's the way that this works. Unfortunately, YouTube will put me about 20 seconds behind, and then the fact that we're watching... the fact that we're picking up satellite images, freely available satellite images, through telepathy, mean you're going to be about a minute behind. Sorry, but that's the way it is. You're watching along with your boy. What? You're telepathizing United too? Incredible. Ah, you know, you've clocked it. Yes, indeed. It is actually sad that the sort of blackout in this country does happen at 3 o'clock, especially when you consider that there is another game today, FA Cup semi-final, I think kicking off at 3:30 at Wembley. Here is Martinelli cutting inside. Left-footed shot, well saved by Fraser Forster. Good effort from Martinelli, though. Best effort of the game so far. The young Brazilian looking lively. Number 35 out wide. Cedric's going to cross that one in. It's punched away by Fraser Forster. And second ball picked up by Southampton, who are still in a little bit of bother here. Martinelli into Eddie Nketiah. Skips past his man, but just can't get the shot away before it's nicked away from him. We're in about the 9th minute here. Arsenal beginning to create a couple of open opportunities. But Southampton back on the ball with Kyle Walker-Peters and look at... What's this? For a second there, I genuinely thought that said HUGH. Oh, right. Cheeky. Have we got any other goals in the games going on so far? No, it is Brentford 0, Watford 0 as it stands. Manchester United 1-0 to the good against Norwich City, and Arsenal 0, Southampton 0 as it stands. We're deep into Nuno Tavares territory now as Southampton look to capitalise on one of Arsenal's well-publicised weaknesses. Hope he gets along better than he did last time. Well, I mean, it's the time before last because he already dropped out again, wasn't he? But yeah. What do we think then? Lacazette with the Roni. He's been out of sorts, hasn't he? Perhaps a break is what's needed to reinvigorate him. On the right-hand side, we've got Lokonga, who spreads it over to Tavares, making some good progress. He's got Saka hugging the touchline just ahead of him. Here is Bukayo Saka trying to take on 2. He takes on 1, beats him, and who is that? That is Lianco covering across to get rid. 10.5 minutes gone. The most exciting as of yet, but Arsenal do look in control. Here is Ben White, well inside Southampton's half right now, making good progress. Martinelli with a first-time pass into Odegaard, who unable to control it, and I think that is going to be a Southampton goal kick. My sons, Martinelli and Saka, linking up. Dortmund have scored 4, and it's the 34th minute. My oh my. They are now 5-0 to the good against Wolfsburg. Haaland only scoring once. Incredible. 5 goals and Haaland's only got 1 of them. A left-footed curled effort from Martinelli. Probably Arsenal's best chance of the game so far. Fraser Forster diving down to his right-hand side to parry. Arsenal have won themselves a throw-in with Hasenhüttl's arms folded and shouting instructions from the sidelines. Arsenal maintaining possession. Ben White going back to Ramsdale. And we move. Here we go. Hugh, have you heard of DAZN? Is that DAZN? Is that DAZN? DAZN? Of course I have. Of course I have, yes. Apparently they're coming to take over BT Sport. That's what I've heard. We are eagerly awaiting change because I'm not really satisfied with what I'm paying for. If you know, you know. But yeah, in terms of the zone in this country, I think they have to sort of complete that deal before we're going to get the benefits. And there will be benefits. I think they offer a much sort of wider package for a lot less money. So if that stays the same, it'll be fantastic. But we do sort of get rinsed in this country, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, we've got Gabriel moving forward on the ball here. Gabriel looking to find Granit Xhaka, who is instantly dispossessed. I mean, unable to turn, obviously, but not really aware of the two players that were around him. And left-footed shot from El Yunusi, and that is going to be. He's claiming handball against Cedric. I think he's just outside the area. It's either going to be a corner or is it a free kick? It definitely come off his arm. Oh, good God. It's outside the area. And the referee just explaining exactly what's happening to Eddie Nketiah. It looks like it's going to be a corner, I think. Yes, into corner indeed. It is going to be James Ward-Prowse, or at least you would think so. We've got Armstrong standing over it as well. But the number 8, surely the favourite to whip this one in. No, it's Armstrong. And Armstrong actually finding his man in Perraud. Decent left-footed strike from, is he French? I'm going to guess he's French. Yeah, he's French. Perraud. Romain Perraud. Another corner for Southampton. Burnley sacking Sean Dyche. Something else we're going to have to talk about on Late Night Fraudulence. Brentford 1-0 up against Watford with a goal from Norgard. They've been in decent form, Brentford. Looking like, are they, in terms of the safety? 11th in the table. That is a sensational season from them. They have almost hit that 40-point mark that so many claim is necessary to survive. 5 games left, 39 points on the board. Difficult to complain about that if you're a Brentford fan, surely. Ivan Toney, though, definitely attracting the interest of some big clubs as Nuno Tavares plays it calmly back to Aaron Ramsdale, who even more calmly lays it off to Lokonga. Arsenal playing it out of the back with Gabriel looking for Odegaard with a long ball across the face of the pitch, and that is not going to reach him. It's going to go out for a throw-in. Arteta clapping, but he's not going to be satisfied with what he's seeing there. Quarter of an hour gone, or just more. I may well be a minute or two behind you, but this is the way of telepathy. Yeah. Okay, over Southampton doing their best to make inroads in Arsenal territory. Kyle Walker-Peters picking the ball up on the right-hand side, goes back to Romeo. Bit of walk football from Hassan Hüttel's side as they move towards the centre circle. That's a great ball in towards Armstrong. Armstrong looking to take on Lokonga. You've got Kyle Walker-Peters who's about to cross it in, thought twice about it and sends it back to Armstrong on the right-hand side. Happy to maintain possession again. Not overly exciting, this one. Southampton are clearly going to be happy with this being 0-0, staying in the game for as long as possible, given the way that they got battered last time. That will definitely be on their minds. But they are winning a lot of the second ball right now, and that is going to be problematic for Arsenal if they're trying to make inroads. Eddie Nketiah has picked the ball up with an opportunity for Martinelli. Saka in open space! Oh my God! Oh my God, what a save. Fucking hell. Wow. What a save from Fraser Forster. Oh my word. Saka's, oh, you've got to score that. Sorry. You've got to score that. Happy Easter, Fraud Lord. Paul, John, and anyone who celebrates Happy Easter. Martinelli actually finding Bukayo Saka on his right foot. 7 yards. I'm going to say 8 yards out of... Oh my God, it's an open goal, that, bro. That's an open goal, bro. That is an open goal. At least half the goal is open. He should be scoring. It's a great save from Fraser Forster. It's sort of at very savable height, if I'm honest. It was right-footed, the finish from Saka. Corner, swung in by Cedric. It's fallen to Odegaard, who's found Cedric again. He's going to cross that in and punched away by Fraser Forster. Only as far as Martinelli, though, who lays it back to Saka, whose cross is rushed and picked out by the first man. And the pressure is slightly alleviated, I guess. Arsenal piling it on there. Eddie Nketiah breaking free, finding himself in an acre of space. It was sort of a 2-on-2 or 3-on-2 even. Saka wide open. Squared ball from Martinelli, finds him perfectly. It's a tap-in that he's got to score. Great save from Forster. And I guess that is by far the best opportunity of the game for either side so far. Southampton 0, Arsenal 0. Oh, mate. Oh, you got to score that, bro. Top 4 is back on, though, and in Arsenal's hands. That will be something they are fully aware of. A win here puts us level, I think, on points with Spurs. It would do with a game in hand. So after 3 defeats in the last 4 games, Arsenal have it all to do and all to play for. Okay, we go again. Lokonga finding Granit Xhaka, who is hugging the left-hand side on the touchline now. He's moved into the centre circle now, playing at his own pace. Couple of passes square to Odegaard, who picks it up on the right-hand side, and Odegaard is going to dart forward, looking for Martinelli in support. Cedric's going to have to go all the way back to Ben White. Tavares with his arm open on the left-hand side, waiting to receive. Cedric is going to find Gabriel, who can look up and... Ooh, lovely ball in towards Odegaard again. Here is Martinelli on the right-hand side. Cedric in support. Arsenal looking to create more. 20 minutes on the clock, on my clock, that telepathic clock. Game in hand FC indeed, crossed in and headed away by, who is that? Lianco. It's quite a strong beard Lianco's got there. Is that a goat tattoo or the devil horns on his neck? Fucking hell. Okay, Lokonga picks the ball up. On this right-hand side from the throne, we've got Cedric into Ben White. Gabriel picks it up and plays it back out to Martinelli. Martinelli will try and take on his man with Odegaard in support. Odegaard looking up. And Southampton do win the ball back and can clear, if only temporarily. My son. Right, we've got another game kicking off in about 7 minutes. We will try and keep you up to speed with all of them. We have, of course, got the FA Cup semi-final with Manchester... Oh, good God. Martinelli crossing it into the hands of Fraser Forster. Looking like an opportunity was opening up there. Yeah, as I say, we got Manchester City against Liverpool in the FA Cup today. FA Cup semi-final action. These two sides are finding each other in deep into every competition now, aren't they? They are well and truly the dominant forces and have been for quite some time now. It's going to be a big one. How are you seeing that one go down? How are you seeing that one go down? Manchester City or Liverpool? Who are your favourites? Okay. Let me know your thoughts. We have got... Don't forget to like the video and show some love for the content. You're an absolute hero, bro. Thank you so much for getting involved. As per usual, much love to everyone who is joining us. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. Turn those bell notifications on so you know when we go live. Hugh is like 4 minutes behind. Yeah, unfortunately, bro. This game is not being televised in my country, so I'm using telepathic methods. I'm digging in to find the right sort of frequencies. It's tricky though. It is tricky. I'm keeping you as up to speed as I can. Let's have a look at the City lineup. Is fraudulent, they are saying. Let's just have a quick little butchers at that. They've gone for Zach Steffen in goal. Sensational. Is Edison out? Zinchenko, Aki, Stones, Cancelo, Foden, Fernandinho, Silva, Jesus, Sterling, and Grealish. I mean, a couple of interesting, notable inclusions there that you might not expect, I guess. But Fernandinho is rarely involved, so perhaps that is a good thing. Fresh legs. Fresh enough. He's like 36 now, isn't he? How old is Fernandinho? Fernandinho is 36. Jeez, look at the knowledge. The fucking knowledge. I'm like a black cab driver. Fucking hell, mates. Okay, what have we got? Come on then, lads. Are we feeling like this? Use the force, Hugh. I'm trying, bro. I am actually trying. Are we feeling like this is going to plan? Are we feeling like Spurs have let Arsenal back into the race? Are Arsenal capable of taking advantage of the Spursy performance that we saw today? Danny Welbeck setting up Leandro Trossard. I'm not going to lie. My telepathic source is just sort of frozen, which is incredibly frustrating. So New Kit FC, of course. Liverpool is available on Freeview. Yes, indeed. I've got that one over on the big screen over there, my son. I will try and keep you up to date with everything as it happens. Liverpool against Manchester City is on TV if anyone does want to tune into that. New Kit FC. Love from Uruguay. My actual son. Liverpool FC, the history-writing quadruple winning team. Okay, everybody relax. There's a long way to go. Is that what you actually think's happening? I would also like to get your thoughts on this, please. I'll just switch over here. Yep, satellite moving. So whilst the satellite is actually moving, let me know your thoughts on these kits, bro. Here we've got the training kit. Looking like Jamaica's new home kit. I mean, this is getting worn to Carney. Huh? If you're not wearing this to Carnival, where are you wearing it? Basically. We've also got the black kit. I think this is the away or the third. It could be the away, it could be the third. Not sure. As again, we see black kit is something that we've sort of been waiting for. I don't know. I think it could be good. Is it yellow or gold? Or is that yellow and is that gold? Unconfirmed reports. We've also got the home kit, which has this collar, the new collar. A new edition. I'm sort of unsure about how I feel. Why is the mannequin so buff? Mate, these are the standards that you have to live up to as a man now, yeah? If you're not hench like that, really, the shirt's not going to fit you. So maybe you should judge with a pinch of salt. We've also got this one as well. No mannequin for this one, but it is a pink strip. Let me know your thoughts on all of those. I'm going to say my favorite is probably the Jamaica training kit, if only because it's just so random. I mean, what does that have to do with Arsenal? I'm not complaining. I like the design. The pink one is interesting. Again, I'm not sure what pink has to do with Arsenal. But yeah, another 3 kits that you as an Arsenal fan are potentially going to have to fork out for, which, I mean, they're not cheap, are they? They're not cheap. Anyhow, we move. Still 0-0. Manchester United still 1-0 up against Norwich. About half an hour gone in that one. Well, in all of them. Watford 0, Brentford 1. Let's have a look at the statistics for this game so far. 69% possession for Arsenal. 2 shots on target. Oh, Saka, bro. Saka, Bukayo. Oh, that was the one. We've got sides lining up for the FA Cup semi-final as well. That is about to happen. I'm going to say, I've got a feeling that, I don't know. I've got a feeling that City win the Champions League this year, though. I've just got that little feeling. I don't know how much longer they can go without winning it. Okay, let's have a look. Arsenal waiting for Notting Hill Carney. Sales going to spike. Indeed, if they release that before Carnival, I'm in. I'll probably buy it. I have to be honest. I'll probably buy that one. The pink one, I won't be seen dead in that. City fans booing the JFT 96 silence. I hope not. That is poor form. Can we get some Unai Emery love, please, Hugh? What a man. You lot mistreated him. Okay. I mean, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's actually do it. I'm not being funny, but Unai Emery being mistreated by Arsenal fans is something that's been all over my timeline over the last few days. Obviously, he's had incredible success recently in the Champions League, taking the Villarreal side, who, I mean, they're in the Champions League semi-finals, lads. Semi-finals. It's a real kick in the teeth for Arsenal fans. I think you've got to accept that. I have seen plenty of revisionism, though, about Unai Emery's time at Arsenal. And I think it's only right that we discuss, to be honest. So just bring a picture up of the main man. Liverpool against Manchester City game has kicked off. Arsenal against Southampton is still 0-0 with 32 minutes into it. And in the other games, we've got Manchester United 1-0 up against Norwich City with a goal from Cristiano Ronaldo, and Brentford are 1-0 up against Watford. Is it Watford? Yes, Watford in huge amounts of trouble. Wow, 19th and 20th, both losing, both looking like it could well be over. What about Burnley? We've got to talk about Burnley. Sacking Sean Dyche. I mean, there's a lot to discuss. Let's start with Unai Emery, though, who has pulled off an absolute miracle by going 2 legs undefeated against a Bayern Munich side who were probably favourites for the Champions League, if we're honest. I watched the second game. It was a 1-1 draw. And, you know, part of the problem with Unai Emery at Arsenal was quite clear to see when watching this game, in that fans weren't comfortable with Arsenal being that side. I think there's slightly more excuse for Villarreal to be that side, or to play like that, as it were. But they're very efficient as well. It's quite underrated, actually, how wonderfully well they execute in the transition. Everybody understanding exactly what they have to do. They can, as a result of only having 1 or 2 chances in a game, also be incredibly clinical. And yeah, it was a substitution of dreams, really, bringing on Chukwueze, who was linked with Arsenal for a long time himself. Funnily enough, watching players like Francis Coquelin do his thing in the Champions League against Bayern Munich, watching Etienne Capoue, who I have to say I rated before he went to Spurs, and then, you know, the bias perhaps kicks in, but he has done a job. Serge Aurier looking like he's actually capable of doing a job, and the fact that he is getting this out of those players who've sort of been rejected by the Premier League, or told that they weren't good enough by fans at least, makes it even more the remarkable. He is now 2 games away from a Champions League final, having just won the Europa League with Villarreal. I'm personally of the opinion that he should have a lot of respect put on his name, but I still think that it was right for Arsenal to be sacking him. It wasn't working, despite the fact that he took us to a Europa League final. He failed at every available given opportunity in solidifying the club as a Champions League side. And I maintain that Arsenal were right to get rid of him. The communication aspect of it was poor. Not a lot of people really understood what was going on, and that was clear. It was translating on the pitch. He was made a mockery of, really, with his training videos, whether it was him screaming at players to stay calm, or him whipping the ball in, crossing the ball in for a whole bunch. It is probably part of his downfall, the lack of progression in him learning the language. As simple as that. Because there's no doubt that a manager of his experience could have done something with Arsenal, especially if he was given the players that he wanted. There's just no doubt in my mind. However, we have to be honest and hold our hands up and say that what has happened as a result of Unai Emery leaving and the success that he's found is Arsenal fans have obviously done the whole paint the man as the problem thing that they do so often. And we are sort of losing all rationale by comparing what Mikel Arteta has done since. Because there's no denying that the levels dropped off by finishing 8th twice in a row, by losing even to the likes of Olympiacos. We've really made our own bed and he's had the perfect sort of comeback as well, hasn't he? By beating Arsenal and Arteta himself. There's plenty of people that will say that that was the moment that they lost it with Arteta and felt like we perhaps had made the wrong choice. I think it's amazing what he's done, but I'm not sure that he would have been able or allowed even the time to do the same with Arsenal. I think fans out there are a little more forgiving on the style of play because of the sort of historical stature of the club not being all that. It's the first time they've made the Champions League semi-finals since they were beaten by Arsenal in the semis, I think. Anyway, 2006. It's a huge, huge moment for Mikel Arteta, this run-in as well, because obviously we're talking about the progression of Arsenal getting back in the Champions League and whatnot, but I think the achievement of actually getting Arsenal into the top 4 with this squad and having made the decision that they've made in January would be huge. It would be huge. Fraud Lord, says Luke, thank you for being better than BT and Sky Sports. Mate, you're mate, what a hero, bro. Better than BT. Jesus! Huh? Okay. Here's a subscription they don't deserve. Miss the days when Arsenal and Manchester United made the Premier League what it is. What do we think about this? A lot of people have been saying that this rivalry that we've got on the big screen here, Manchester City against Liverpool, is a better, bigger rivalry than anything the Premier League has ever seen before. Where do you stand on that? We've had Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola both basically praising each other this week, saying that they've made it a much more challenging, much more enjoyable experience. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about everyone being nice to each other. And I don't know how that lends to actually creating a rivalry. Have you seen the situation with Jan Valery, the Southampton Don, playing today, and his girlfriend? This is quite old, this situation, if I know the one that you're talking about. I am actually going to have to look that up to see if there's some new information. But yes, I have heard about that. I'm not going to go into it. unless it's something that's come out in the news today, because it is a lot of rumour, hearsay. And, oh wow, Konate has just given Liverpool the lead 9 minutes in. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. Ibrahima Konate. Second goal this week. Sensational scenes of glorious emotion for Liverpool fans as they take the lead. Manchester United have now gone 2-0 up against Norwich City, and it is again that man, Cristiano Ronaldo, he scored again. He's not in my fantasy Premier League team, is he? The fucking clown! Yeah. Obviously. Let me just look at this. The FPL team is going to be suffering somewhat. We're 42nd minute of the game now. Southampton 0, Arsenal 0 as it stands. Just the 2 shots on target for Arsenal. We've only had the 1 for for Southampton, sorry. We're currently looking at Jurgen Klopp sipping on water, watching Konate sliding into the corner to celebrate that goal that has given Liverpool the lead in the, is it the 150th FA Cup? I just want to send a massive shout out again to Luke. Luke, bro, appreciate you. You're an absolute hero. Much love to you, mother, for joining me. Let's go through some of the talks about what we've talked about anyway. Their comments, sorry, on what we talked about. Gore and Eddie. Fans can't be trusted. What's this? Yes, Hugh. Big yourself up for the live stream. Finally made a YouTube account. So you go, oh my God, schemer! He's done it. I don't believe it. Okay, sensational scenes of glorious emotion. He's finally off his girlfriend's account for the first time in about 5 years. Schemer, welcome. Emery's poor English was his downfall. Jordan Alman has let his thoughts be known. William Schneller says, seems like he's able to communicate exactly what he wants from his team now. And yeah, I think communication, or the lack of it at Arsenal, really was the key to his downfall. You can say what you like about Mikel Arteta, but one thing that is for sure is his communication skills are first class. He is brilliant with words. You would think that English was his first language, to be honest. Anybody who watched Arsenal during that time knows we had absolutely no identity or direction while he was manager. Huge respect and credit to him at Villarreal, though. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. I think, even though I do actually think there was an identity, I just think it was an identity that fans weren't comfortable with. That's what it says to me. Pablito, how you doing, my son? Hope you're doing well. No matter what you lot say, if the players lost confidence in him, there is no process forward. Schemer says, I'm still making beats, trying to get one of them to feature in your videos. Bro, email me. Email me a track list or track listing or whatever you call it, and I'll choose one and we will use away. Leeds manager doesn't speak English, bro. Yes, he does. He's from America and they speak English as their first language. Unless you're calling it American. Or are you still thinking that Bielsa's in charge? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is the home of real football frauds. You're on Fraud Watch, okay? You're on Fraud Watch. AM says fans hated Unai and yet he achieved more than Arteta. Yet I don't see nearly the same anger directed towards him. It's interesting, this one, if only because I do agree. Revisionism is something that Arsenal fans are incredible at. But you can't really blame them, you know. I know outsiders are going to be thinking, how can you not be more harsh on Arteta after you were with Emery? But the thing is, what is being sort of bullied into Arsenal fans' minds is, look, we tried that and it didn't work. Do you want us to be this chop and change FC with the managerial role, merry-go-round going every week? Or do you want us to choose, stick, and we move? I guess a lot of people will say if you're not doing well enough, you shouldn't really be the guy. But then, you know, I still hear fans that are, oh no, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Southampton 1. Arsenal Football Club 0. James Ward-Prowse dinking across into the box, trying to find one of his teammates. Defence manages to clear. It goes for a corner. It's whipped in, and Jan Bednarek has given Southampton Football Club the lead. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're blowing it. We're fucking blowing it. What are we doing, lads? What are we doing? Where are we? Oh. Huge opportunity for Arsenal to take advantage of Spurs being Spursy against Brighton and Hove Albion today, with Graham Potter doing the Lord's work, helping the arse out. Southampton 1-0 up as we move into the into injury time. Cedric on set pieces. Why is Cedric on set pieces? Cedric is incredible. Much love to everyone who's here. If Arsenal get top 4, it's because the other teams have been so bad, so crap, says Mika Lobono. Pablo's right. Flex those freeloading thumbs, people. Show some Azil. Much love to your mother, mates. FML, indeed. God almighty. Just never fucking. Let's have a look at the league table because, lads, I'm not being funny, but things are changing right in front of our eyes. Right? Let's switch over. We are struggling to create anything at all, to be honest, and we are suffering as a result. Southampton 1-0 in the lead, and that is going to mean that Manchester United are now ahead of Arsenal in the table on goal difference. Mate, Chelsea just beat this side 6-0. 6-0. It could have been 9. They've lost to Watford at home, lost to Newcastle at home, and lost 4-0 to Villa. I mean, we are unreal at gifting out careers. If you haven't scored a goal for 7 months, and you're desperate to remake a name for yourself, if you've been out injured for 3 years, if you are genuinely looking like relegation fodder, we're here for you, opening up those legs. Half time. Arsenal 0, Southampton 1. Oh, good God almighty. Yeah. Fucking hell. Stressing me out, man. I swear to God. All of this sideways, backwards stuff that they keep doing. I'm not being funny. You got Gabriel playing the whole bunch. Oh, Norwich have scored. Kieran Dowell has nodded in. Pookie's cross. Get back. I'm slightly confused at this defending. I'm not being funny. We are playing like we are scared. Sideways, backwards stuff. Liverpool, oh my God. I don't believe it. Zach Steffen has just had the ball robbed off him, trying to do an Edison, and he's left it too late. Sadio Mane sliding in and has scored. Oh my God, that's fucking outrageous. Excuse me. 2-0 up. Liverpool are 2-0 up. Arsenal are 1-0 down. And, oh my God, I'm actually losing my mind right now. We are actually bottling this, aren't we? We need to fix up. Listen. 1-0 down to Southampton. We've already lost 3 of the last 4. We appear to be capitulating and blowing the opportunity of a lifetime to get back into the Champions League. What do you know? What's new? Let me know your thoughts. Mate, we are stinking the gaff out. Stinking out the gaff. Smelliest fucking... Fraudfather, do you think the Tomiyasu injury is just a cover-up for his Yakuza association? Bro, what are you talking about? I genuinely don't know what you mean. Bro, is this a joke? I've just... Huh? Tomiyasu is connected to the transnational organized crime syndicate, which originated in Japan, known as Yakuza. Is that a joke? No, this has got to be some kind of joke, bro. What? This tweet is from an account that no longer exists. Oh, what the hell? That guy's been on Twitter for years. I don't understand. No, look, you might have sent me down a rabbit hole. I've never even heard of that word, bro. What was it called? Yakuza. Yakuza. Mate, what's going on? I don't know what you mean. I actually don't know. If this is like a Japanese mafia, I'm completely unaware of it, and I don't know why Tomiyasu is being associated with it. He's injured, isn't he? He's been injured forever, and we are fucking bang average since the day that he's dropped. What's going on here? Oh, mate, we're losing Southampton. I can't actually fucking deal with this, man. You know, I'm not being funny, but Arsenal are stressing me out again. International break. I actually love international breaks, bro. I love them. They're great. We were fourth at that international break with games in hand. Yeah, games in hand FC. We've come back and we are fucking bang average, bro. Huh? Oh, mate. We've got Chelsea next. Away at Chelsea. Chapsky says, I miss the power couple that was Bielsa and his translator. If anyone's got any more on Yakuza, or I don't know, you know, oh, man. Watching Arsenal will have you tweaking. Tweaking? You'll have to explain that as well. Oh, okay. Oh, God. As the Lord of the Fraudulence, can you please explain the European connotations with Leicester and West Ham on the verge of winning their respective competitions? European connotations. I mean, winning the Europa League is big. I still think that's big. That gets you into the Champions League, bro. What? Conference League, I'm not too sure. I'm not too fussed. That gets you into the Europa League. It's not what, you know, I guess if you've got aspirations of being a big side, you want to be hearing. But why is Cedric taking free kicks? Who knows? Who actually knows? Top four bottlers. Habibi, come and dance with me. What's happening in the chat? What's actually happening? Southampton putting their best man on free kicks. Arsenal putting their worst man on free kicks. How was Cedric Suarez actually maintained being the set piece taker at Arsenal Football Club? I'm not sure. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. Yep, I hear you. I actually hear you. Teams use Arsenal for a pick-me-up. Indeed. Eddie Nketiah taking his chance, I see. Oh, man. This is very sad, isn't it? We've gone so fucking far downhill without Kieran Tierney, without Thomas Partey, without Tomiyasu. Arsenal looking good, going backwards and side to side. The stats will be amazing after 90 minutes. Liam says, we need Lacazette. Someone check Southampton's canteen. Arsenal down to 6th, mate. Oh, my God. Okay. We have to now consider Arsenal may well be on their way to losing their 4th game out of 5. Jesus, we've fucking bottled it, haven't we? It's like you're undoing every single fucking bit of progress that you've made over the last 10 or whatnot games. That what was it? Do you remember the 9-game unbeaten run? 9 games! And they're doing up fucking PR press conference interviews. Edu's out, Vinay's out, managers out, players are out. We've got articles galore. Oh, they're giving him fucking flowers 6 weeks too early. Jesus Christ, we've got a lot of work to do. Second half action. Coming up. Am I losing the plot? Just slightly. Just fucking slightly. Just slightly. We've let United back into it, haven't we? We are fucking finished if we don't win this game, bro. Southampton Football Club. No, 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 no. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. 45 minutes. Come on. I'm not going to lie, right? I'm not going to lie. What we were talking about with Unai Emery, I mean, I'll be the first person to say that we should have let him go. I was adamant that he wasn't the right man at the time. There can, however, be no denying that Arteta has had a difficult job, right? But he should be held to the same or similar standards, no? So, you know, I get a lot of people saying, but we weren't going to finish in Champions League anyway this year. Listen, it doesn't work like that. Things change. You have to reassess. Fucking hell. And I'm reassessing every fucking game we're playing right now because, right? Okay, look, let me just, please help me right now because I'm losing the plot, yeah? Liquidate the club, pass the ball back FC. Arteta is not the issue. We don't have the bench to compete. You know, I do take a little bit of an issue with this, if only because I do like to think that we have made some progress. When the 11 that he has chosen are ready, available, fit and raring to go, we look decent. If you take 1, 2 or 3 pieces out of that side, we look painfully bad, don't we? Struggling, lack of confidence, no real patterns of play. There was a 3-game period where I saw patterns, triangles, shapes. I know geometry is not the fucking aim of football, but it is important and does give you an advantage if you can work out how to use it properly. We have 45 minutes to keep going. Where can I watch you daily, baby, please? Daily. Listen, a lot of people have been asking me to come back on a daily basis, baby, please. I'm not going to lie, my attention has been wandering. I'm working on the second drop for the clothing line. The designs are not always coming back perfect. It's a real work in progress. I'm also kind of looking at the world right now and just seeing that football is not the most important thing. And Arsenal are not helping me to reassess that. You are confirming it. Are we doing a your views again after this? I feel sick to my stomach with this club. If Arteta doesn't get a Champions League, he's failed. Emery is laughing at us. Let me get your thoughts, lads. If Arsenal don't get Champions League this season, is it a failure or should he be given another season to make that progress, to solidify that Champions League spot? Is he worthy of another season? Maybe 2 more transfer windows? Or should we be ruthless FC? We can't score, we can't defend. Arteta's got to go. Do you know what? I saw a tweet today from, it was an article actually that I think the Daily Mail put out. I just saw the tweet. It's a quote from Martin Keown, who was saying that at 20 years old, Patrick Vieira, let me just see if I can find this tweet actually. Yeah, someone send me this tweet if you've seen it, but it just struck me as like really kind of ironic. I guess things have changed now. The game has actually changed, whereby aggression, your players showing that they really cared, was a thing that people were proud of, they were into, and was encouraged to show that we had a little bit of mettle. You know, Arsenal were accused for so long of not having a backbone, but the way that Arteta's non-negotiables work means that he's sort of not tolerating any of that. Is that a good thing? A lot of people seem to be thinking so initially, you know. And we've had a plan. We have had a plan. A couple of changes that we've seen that we should probably touch on as well with regards to the lineups, the way that we are setting out. As we can see here, it looks like, on paper at least, Nketiah is the one in the middle. Saka has been hugging the left-hand touchline as Martinelli has been thrust out on the right-hand side today. What do you think about that? Is that the right choice? It's sort of the opposite of what we're used to, isn't it? I guess it could help to retain some width, but yeah, it's interesting anyway. Is it more overcomplicating of things? Indigo Guna, where is he? Costa says, I love Trossard. Love to my fraud father, my son. Appreciate you. We have got Clockend James on Twitter. What's this? Is this something that I've got to look up? Clockend. What was it? James? Who's... Whoa. Jeez. Nobody, bro. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. This haircut, ain't it? It's not a haircut, bro. It's all here. It's all here. Yeah, the hair's all here, bro. It's growing. It's growing like the beard. Yeah. It's uncontrollable right now. I haven't conditioned. Top 6 was our goal at the start. Okay. Okay, that's great. Arteta has more points than Emery in the league. I mean, he's probably spent more in this window than the whole Villarreal squad cost to put together, though. Is that not something that we should consider? If you finish 8th, and are currently 6th, and are still asking if the coach is the right guy, then you really do deserve the utter mess that you're currently in. Banter FC. Vortigan saying, no, not worthy at all, but we're in a bit of a corner at this point. Who the hell is going to want to drink from this poison chalice? I don't agree with that. Arsenal is still a big club. We're still in the centre of London, capital of the world. We are still paying out astronomical wages to those who want to get involved. It is still a very attractive proposition. And you could be lauded as a hero that brings Arsenal back from the brink of fucking obscurity into European football again. Arteta is shameful. All big characters gone and doing so well. Saliba, Guendouzi, Aubameyang. Mate, Aubameyang missed a couple of sitters yesterday, didn't he? They are not in the Europa League anymore. And not a dime for any of them. That is a good point. Laughing stock as manager, as a club. Wow. Mudit Kumar says, we've lost all confidence after the international break. No momentum. Lost 2 key players. Lack of signings in January hurting us. I mean, that is the sort of bed that they're going to have to lie in, isn't it? It's the hill that they potentially may well die on. Leaving it down to what we've got and not strengthening. He's weak in the side. If anything, it's going to be very, very tricky. Make a second channel for your world views called HUGH Daily News. I think that's part of the... Whoa. I think that's part of the reason I've taken a little break with Paper Talk, because it was really fucking with my head. I'm just seeing a lot of misinformation. I find it very difficult to trust a lot of sources right now. And I guess in doing my own research, my eyes have just been open to some stuff that isn't really being talked about. Liverpool's second goal is actually comical, genuinely an atrocious bit of lackadaisical delaying from Stefan Mane. Leaping in, put Saka on the right, says Matt G. He and Odegaard have built up a decent understanding. Liam says, what? Hugh's Daily Nudes. Oh. Okay. I Love Natty says, I'm now an Liverpool fan because they are useless. Okay. Arsenal in the mud. You hate to see it. Toro Itoi, how you doing, my son? Says, I'd kill for Aubameyang's missed sitters if it meant 10 more goals. I mean, Aubameyang is always going to miss sitters. He always did. That was always a thing. What is quite clearly happening at... Oh, this is ridiculous, mate. What is actually clearly happening at Arsenal is we don't create any chances. Wow, I look like I've been electrocuted or something incredible. We don't create any chances, do we? We create 1 or 2 chances a game, and if you don't take those, then yes, you are going to become the scapegoat. Fact of the matter is, it looks like that sort of responsibility has gone from Aubameyang and now fallen directly into the palm of Lacazette. What's this nonsense peacock? Is that my hair? Is that what you're too much news hurts my head too. You know, I get the feeling that I'm being lied to with a lot of things, and I feel very uncomfortable sort of sharing that as the truth when I don't believe it. There is some stuff that I don't see in the news that really is newsworthy, and I just find it very difficult to sort of ignore that. But look, we are gonna do paper talk from probably Monday morning. Okay, we'll do another 30 days worth. I think I owe you that. I also owe you some late night fraudulence. I know I've been slacking with that, but like I say, my attention has been wandering. I'm really interested in a lot of things. I'm, obsessed with football and have been since before I could walk. But the truth is, I'm very interested in a lot of things. I read a lot of books that are nothing to do with football. I soak up as much sort of information, research as I can with the stuff that I'm interested in. And it is a sort of wide variety of topics, I guess. So, I don't feel comfortable a lot of the time sharing that on this channel, if only because I feel like most people are here for football. Regardless, there's so much interesting stuff going on right now. Maybe it is worth another channel. Look at Hugh's stress hair. Asna, yeah? Arteta has to effing go. Who still wants this guy to coach? Agreed. Arsenal need to hire Patrick. Need Graham Potter at the carpet. It's the next big thing. They're running commercials during the game. I'm not going to lie. My telepathic feed is again frozen. We need our fraud lord to expose the research fraudulence. Cooking live stream, is that something you'd be up for? You owe us nothing. You're very kind. Outside of football, respect for not sharing the told truth. We all need to read into the real truth. Yeah, it's a problem, man. It's a problem. I don't know how to deal with it. Even doing paper talk, I am feeding into this propaganda / brainwashing fraudulence that goes on a daily basis. Oh, what a ball. Liverpool playing some lovely football. Cooking live stream is definitely possible. Joe Fla, FLA. What does that stand for, bro? Joe, you're an absolute hero. He says, if there's one thing Arsenal lacks more than anything, it's a big game or vital game player. Someone who will bury the hatchet and take care of the business. Arsenal need a player who can drag the team across the line. Listen, he has said this. Arteta has said we don't have any stars, any world-class players. That is going to be what we're looking to add. It's going to be expensive, but it will be the difference. And you'll find across the top teams that they all have match winners, people who are capable of turning the game on its head with a moment of magic. You could say that Bukayo Saka is that guy for Arsenal, but it's a lot of responsibility to put on a kid's shoulders. And the fact of the matter is Arsenal need to spend money. That's probably where I'm at with that. Look, we are still cooking. 53rd minute of the game. Southampton 1, Arsenal 0. You're looking at a Southampton side who've managed a shot on target in the second half. Arsenal struggling still to create open opportunity or clear-cut opportunities of any sort. The closest thing we've had so far is Nuno Tavares blasting one over. Definitely a cooking live stream. In real live streams are lit. Okay. That is interesting. So what do I do that on a new channel, or do I just do everything on this channel? And I don't know. Let me know your thoughts anyway. Marcus says we are actually shocking. Klopp is a better manager than Mikel. I mean, what? Do we even look like scoring? No. The timer is right behind me, bro. You might not be able to see that. I can see how it could be blurred, but there we go. We're 54th minute of the game as it stands. Everything on this channel is what they want. New channel. Okay, vote now. Please, vote now. Hugh, do you even cook? Oh, mate. The disrespect is actually fucking wild. Yeah? I'm a grown man, yeah? Of course I cook, bro. Come on. Here, man. We're here for you. Here. Okay. Start doing it on this channel and then move it over. There's enough of an audience. If you're going to create a new channel, then you've got to be dedicated to doing new stuff on there. Otherwise, it's pointless. Pablito questioning the legitimacy of the new deal. I hear it. Duke KM says, I hate saying we need a superstar. If the team plays well as a unit, they can dominate. Yes, they can, but you sometimes do need the difference, man. These players are the difference, really, aren't they, at the elite level? A lot of the time, everything's going to cancel each other out. Both sides will have enough to do. Make a poll. Okay, how do I do the poll? How do I do a poll, bro? Oh, we've got a Norwich City equaliser, lads. Pookie has actually done it in the 52nd minute. Beautiful scenes of glorious emotion. It looks like we've got a game on our hands at Old Trafford. Wow. Norwich City back from 2-0 down to level it up at Old Trafford against Manchester United. And let's have a look at what that does to the live table. 0 SC! Go back, sons! Yeah? Okay then. Come on, Norwich. Listen, mate, we may as well be watching the Norwich game. Yeah, we may as well actually be watching the Norwich game. Okay, right. So I've been told to look at this tweet. Which says, oh no, has he cancelled it off? Is it offside? Oh, please don't be offside. Oh, mate, they're doing VAR. VAR check, he's offside. Okay, all right, okay, all right. What have we got here? What's this? People, if you've got any tweets you want me to go through or stuff you want me to talk about, just send it twitter.com/HughWizzy. Someone also, if you could tell me how to do a poll on YouTube, that would be fantastic. Hearing that all isn't well at the moment between Mikel Arteta and Alexandre Lacazette. That's slightly worrying. Yeah, well, where is he getting this? Hopefully it's resolved ASAP. This isn't time for this. We need to finish season strongly and collectively. I mean, is that nonsense or is that COVID? Oh no, the C word. Oh no. Please, YouTube, please allow me. Please. I've just said it once. Allow me. The goal is given! Yes! Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. I'm fucking supporting Norwich. I'm a Norwich fan. Get the fucking pork sausages and the mustard out. We're going big. Yeah? Coleman's. Oh, what a goal! Oh, the goal that I've just seen. Oh, we're watching the wrong game. This is a joke. You got me watching fucking this club. Look at this banter club. Liverpool 3, Manchester City 0 in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. What a strike that is from Sadio Mane. Right-footed slice. Oh. Oh, God. I saw another goal alert come up there. I was like, oh my God, is it us? Watford have pulled it back against Brentford. There's a VAR decision going on there. So let's switch over and have a look at the live standings. Arsenal back into 5th. Oh, mate, this is a joke. Can we score a goal, please? Please. We have one yellow card that's been given out so far this game. That is to Broha. A deserved yellow card. No hesitation from the ref in giving that one. Fucking hell. The goalkeeper is actually shocking. Is Edison injured or... let's switch back over here. Much love to everyone that's joined us in the stream today. Meg Secreton saying West Ham are going to get 4th. Liverpool aren't going anywhere for 20 years. Hugh can only cook chicken and... Listen, your fucking clot is about to get buried when you see the master chef running up in your kitchen. Yeah? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, mate. When you see the culinary delights that I'm about to serve up, we're going to do that. We are going to do it, lads. You've bought me. You've sold me. You've sold it to me. Cooking. What should we call the show? Cooking with Hugh? Hugh Cooking. No. Someone come up with a catchy name, please. That was shocking. We're an hour in, and we have made our first change. Emil Smith-Rowe is coming on for Cedric Suarez, our favourite fucking set-piece taker, isn't he? Cedric off, TV on, says Max Michael. Hugh, what's your favourite rap album? Of all time, it is the greatest rap album of all time, the Bible for rap fans. It's Illmatic. Nasir Jones, the what do we call him? He's like a, I would call it sort of educated thug music, and you know, I see more sort of lyricism and wider vocabulary and ability to paint pictures and world-class elite beats on that album than most that have ever been made or since. So yeah, I'd go for Illmatic. Wizzy Kitchen, no. Wizzy Bites, no. These are fucking piss poor. Food for Fans with Wizzy. Oh, Food for Fans. Food for Fans. Oh, we might be onto something there. Odysseus. Mate, is that your name? Odysseus. Cooking with Wizzy and the Kizzy. Okay, Cook Wizzy. Hughes Cooking. Mad Villainy, another classic. It is a classic. Although, you know what? That is actually one of my favourites as well. MF Doom is top. He's definitely top 10 for me anyway, personally. Whether or not, actually, do you know what? Mad Villainy is probably one of my favourite MF Doom records. Yeah. Isn't that Living Off Borrowed Time? The Clock Ticks Faster. Isn't that album? If that's that album and it's got accordion on it, yeah, that is one of the best for sure. I like that a lot. That's a good choice, man. Cook Wizzy, Food for Frauds. Okay. Fraudulent Foods. Okay. Okay. Hugh is his cooking show because Hugh is cooking. Do you like cooking? Because Hugh does. Okay. Straight Out of Compton. No, definitely not. Definitely not. I'm coming straight out of Compton. Definitely not. No. College Dropout's got to be up there for sure. I would say that's sort of moving into best hip hop album. It's not really I mean, I just can't look at Kanye as a rapper and take him seriously, bro. I'm sorry. He's one of the greatest producers of all time for sure, but I genuinely don't see him as that good of a rapper. Wizzy and the Wok. Okay. Whimsical Wizzy. Fuck's sake. His tracks actually make... Let me just screenshot that. Hold on, let me screenshot this. Hold on. His tracks actually making an album. Save that picture. Hilarious comment. Or is he just being his usual self? Like, I've heard something on Insta, but that was a snippet. Is he secretly sitting on bangers? No, he's not secretly sitting on bangers, bro. We've been waiting over a year to hear his latest track, right? He's not taking it seriously. So until he does, don't take him seriously. I'm sure he will. And, you know, I hope he does, because he's done a lot of homework and research to make this album the greatest of all time. I swear. Oh, don't do that. Nah, he's not going to like you saying that, bro. But yeah, these are the hard-hitting home truths. Tracksuit Junior, the sister version, is actually doing bits. Putting the work in, and will almost certainly have a tape out before her brother. Someone said fraudeuves with Hugh. Oh, fraudeuves! Mate, this is getting sensational. Okay. He's such a fraud. I never know if he's waffling or slowly working. No. He's always waffling, but he does drop the occasional gem. He's very, very smart kid, but plays the clown a lot. He plays the clown very well. Slyly working is not Tracksuit. There's no work going on at all. As little work as possible. I like that name. A little bit of a sort of what are we calling that? An homage. Don't stress, Hugh. Soon. Oh mate, here we go. Don't stress, Hugh. Soon you'll have Austin Trusty looking after us at the back. We're 67th minute of the game, lads. And Bukayo Saka has long range effort from Bukayo Saka as he misses the left post by not that much, to be quite honest. We have 25 minutes left to turn this around. Our season hanging in the balance. We could definitely put... Carefree Traveller says, Whizzing with Wizzy, a tour of the best toilet facilities in London establishments. Hey, I've got to write some of this shit down. This is fucking sensational. These ideas. Carefree Traveller, can you tweet me that so I actually remember? Arsenal are becoming like United. Wizzy, no, not that one. Maguire just WWE kicked Pogba. Food or poison with Mrs. Wizzy. Oh, are we okay? So would you like to see me doing this solo, this series? Or do you want, how should we say, female involvement? I'm going to say expert involvement. Thiago dinking it over to Mane. And that finish is, it's unbelievable. That is 68th minute of the game. Stuart Armstrong caught offside and making his run. Don't mention Trusty during these fraudulent times. That's a low blow. Did Trax's missus make you delete the last pod? Oh, I'm done. I'm actually so done. Oh, mate, you've been exposed on the highest level. Truth is, fact is, the social media police were out in force. They were not happy about the content, right? Which is fucking ironic. Yeah, it's so ironic. But yeah, you know, I'm a good lad. I'm a good lad. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to cause friction. I genuinely want to create entertaining entertainment, content that will stand alone, evergreen content that can be watched in 2 years that will be just as entertaining as it is now. Hopefully with that podcast, we have developed the characters. We have introduced you to, they're friends of mine. I've known Anton since he was born. Like, I literally used to carry him in nappies. I schooled him for his 11 plus common entrance, made sure that he was up to standard, yeah, so that he couldn't fail in life. So he is genuinely my son, and I look out for him. However, you know, he's a massive fraud, and occasionally will need to be called out. But yeah, the family weren't too happy. Apparently, the missus was a little bit upset with the way that she was being portrayed, ironically enough, by her husband. But yeah, I pulled it. Basically, turn your notifications on so that you don't miss the uploads. Because my rule is, I will take down anything that anyone asks me to, especially if it's causing a problem. But I won't do that for 6 hours. So you have a 6-hour window, yeah, to get in what could be gone. Just make sure you watch that video or the podcast in the first 6 hours. Otherwise, it could disappear. Tracksuit is, though, one of a kind, hilarious comedian. Do you know that Greenwood is back in training? No, I didn't know that. I actually got told that that was fake news. As far as I'm aware, the situation with Greenwood hasn't changed at Manchester United. What could change is the extension of his bail. Yeah, I'm adamant that people should be treated as innocent until proven guilty. We live in a very dangerous time now where you can be cancelled with what is misinformation. Unfortunately, the evidence is stacked against him, and I think rightly so. People have a right to want to sort of detach themselves from the association. We'll see how it goes, you know. I will report on what happens. I already did a video, you know, discussing what was going around on social media even 2 years ago. There were rumours that he had been arrested, and it was as a result of the sort of conflictual moments with his relationship. I guess the thing about this is that he is a very famous, very wealthy young man. As a result, he's going to have one of the best legal teams available, and could quite clearly, you know, have been judged too early. We will see what happens. What I will say is I felt incredibly uncomfortable watching and listening to pictures, video that we were provided with, and if the person on that video who was being called Mason is the person who played for Manchester United, then I do have a serious problem with him carrying on. If only because if that was my sister, if that was my daughter, I don't know, I'd probably be in jail. That's the truth. I'm really lucky I don't have a daughter. I don't want a daughter. Jesus. Imagine having a daughter. Incredible. So difficult a topic as well. So disappointing because he is a role model to so many. He's so young and so talented and had all this hype around him. Nicola Pepe on for Nuno Tavares, making a yard for himself inside the box, taking a shot that just goes. Nicolai. Is Nicola going to be Arteta's hero today? Cedric Suarez taken off for Smith Rowe. Nuno Tavares off. Nicola Pepe on. It's daily like, no. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. I'll be honest. I stopped during the paper talk initially because I had to have a tooth taken out. It's probably the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life. 74th minute, still 1-0 to Southampton. Arsenal trying to make inroads. Set piece easily defended. I had a toothache. Turned out to be some sort of abscess. It was a fucking golf ball in my mouth. Gone to the dentist, emergency appointment, had the tooth out. But they put me on a whole bunch of pharmaceuticals and genuinely, I couldn't even think properly. I was dribbling when I woke up. It was, you know, pharmaceuticals don't agree with me. I don't really like a paracetamol. But I had to take them because I was in so much pain. So I took a little bit of time off for that. And we will be back. I just don't know whether Paper Talk needs a little bit of an upgrade. We shall see. Indeed. Isaac Farley, mate, you're in the mud. In fact, do you know what's funny? You've got a picture there. That picture may well be from the first game of football that I ever went to. Is that when he's just scored the free kick, bro? I recognise that kit, and that celebration looks a little bit fraudulent. Mikel Arteta, Tito Villanova. What? Herman Gerland, Ten Hag, Rodolfo Borrell. Who is the worst of Pep's assistant managers? Fucking hell. Mate. Everyone's got it in for Arteta right now. Painkillers postponed our paper talk. Once they did. I mean, painkillers, more like the tooth that had to come out. And the bad thing is, right, when I went to the dentist, it was the first time I've been to the dentist in years, bro. So I'm terrified of the dentist. I'm not scared of... What am I scared of? I'm scared of failure. I'm scared of dentists. Yeah. Oh, mate, the way this guy put the fucking jab in my mouth, he was like, "You're going to take the painkiller, yeah?" Dish, 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 dish. The biggest needle. It's not for me. It's not for me. He also said, you need to have 2 wisdom teeth taken out. So I'm currently just sort of buying time, but we are going to have to go back in. I'm really worried about that. Almost as worried as I am about Arsenal's Champions League hopes, which look to be going down the drain. 77th minute. Ralph Hasenhuttl has made a change, replacing Shane Long with replacing Armando Broja, whichever one you like, with Shane Long, who, if Shane Long scores today, I'm fucking done. We're actually done with football, bro. We are actually done with football. Manchester United still being held to a 2-2 draw at Old Trafford. Theo. Oi, oi. Wait. Is that Thomas? No, that's not Thomas, is it? Have you just got the same name as Thomas, or is that Thomas on a dodgy account? If that's you, Thomas, we're overdue a game of FIFA, bro. I'm ready to spank that ass, boo boo. Yeah. Okay. Do you think you missed out on Ten Hag? I don't know if Arsenal were in for Ten Hag, were they? So no. Chew with Hugh. I will say this as well. Manchester United being fixed by Ten Hag is a long way from coming into fruition. There's a lot of work that's got to go in there. A lot of players that have got to go. A whole new style of play that's got to be learned. I'm seriously worried about us now. The fact we've let this slip so bad shows we're in the same slump we were when Emery left. It's looking a little bit like that. Still, 22 minutes. Oh, not even 22 minutes, mate. That's 13 minutes. Your maths is fucking shocking. Oh, dear. Oh, good God. How you get your tooth knocked out? No, it wasn't knocked out. What it is, it just... Oh, God. About 10 years ago, an ex-girlfriend of mine cooked me a chicken sandwich. Yeah? And I will talk about this and I will fucking hang on to this because my teeth were perfect, bro. They were beautiful teeth. And I bit into this fucking overcooked piece of chicken by this twat who doesn't know how to cook properly, yeah? I've bitten down and it cracks my tooth. And the crack just basically got worse and worse and worse and I didn't deal with it. And Manchester United have gone 3-2 up in the... Oh, I don't believe it. Cristiano Ronaldo with a hat-trick. And United go back into 5th. Arsenal Football Club struggling in the mud. 1-0 down to Southampton as Cristiano Ronaldo has given Manchester United a 3-2 lead. Got all my wisdom teeth taken out at once. They gave me ket. And I woke up like I had been at afters. I don't know what they gave me, but it wasn't ket. It was definitely a painkiller that meant I couldn't talk for a while. Hugh is the football manager to repair Arsenal. Don't you just love this WOC football? Hugh, is he? You were there when in my PFP, but I was there when you saved Chris MD's pen. Oh, that's world class. What a world class moment. Man City play WOC football. Oh. You know, understanding football, and actually, do you know what? Marcus Antonius. What a name. Yeah? Let's have a look. Mark Antony. You're the snake, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, the biggest snake in Roman history. Just checking. Yeah. Okay. Now, Clueless Dons. Ten Hag's. Whoa. Okay, everybody relax. Everybody relax. Southampton haven't kept a clean sheet since February. Here we are. Oh, here we are. This is what we do best. Are we fucking serious? Please, God, lads, come on. We are serious, aren't we? 8 minutes left in this one. 8 minutes left. Well, I will do a Twitter Spaces after this. So if you want to get involved in that, or you want to have a conversation on the Discord, please do get involved. It is time that you had your say. So we will be doing a sort of phone-in, call-in show afterwards. I don't know whether we do that on Spaces or in Discord, whichever one is easier for people, basically. I'm just going to have a look at the Cristiano Ronaldo free kick, because why not? Cristiano. Okay, sound down, please. Cheers. Cristiano. Stepping up. That is not even sort of your free kick territory, that. What the? Oh, mate. Oh, mate, he can't even believe it himself. What's the keeper done there, mate? Is the keeper saving that? Should the keeper be saving that? Yeah, keeper should be saving that. Unreal. Oh, mate. Call-in show sucks. You don't have to call in. That's absolutely fine. You can go elsewhere. Pretty sure you mean Marcus Junius being the Roman saint. No, I don't. I mean Mark Antony. Mark Antony, whose honours and statues were all stripped at the time of his death. One of the biggest snakes in the history of Rome. Arteta ain't leaving. Oh, God. What's the Discord link? The Discord link should be in the description box of this video. If it isn't, I'll make sure that it is, or that one of the mods can put the link in the chat. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it is. The links to the Discord are in the description box of the video. Last thing I want to hear right now is the Arteta apologists. We've got to let people have their say. Sound engineering is my degree. Technically, sound design and music technology. Sound design and music technology. Basically, I was training to be a sound engineer. And things changed, didn't they? Yeah. Snap back to reality. Top 8 is the reality. Fucking hell, Arsenal are woeful. This is an epic choke by Arsenal. Cristiano Ronaldo is the only reason United are delusional enough to think that they're a top club, says Chi. I mean, they're getting it done. Yes, against the bottom of the league, but they are getting it done. Arteta has lost the plot, according to some. This is not going to plan, though. Arsenal Football Club with about 6 minutes of normal time. No, 5 minutes of normal time left. Stuart Armstrong has been taken off. We've got him being replaced by Nathan Redmond. This is actually unreal. I'm not going to lie. We can't score a goal to save our lives. I think we've had 17 shots, 4 on target. I'm going to get a Cali pack. You doing phone in on YouTube? Yes, indeed, my son. We will be taking a 5-minute break whilst everyone gets themselves over to either Discord or Twitter Spaces. Not sure which one we're going to do, but I'll stay on YouTube and we'll go over it. Mikel Arteta's passions change over time, but you can still use that knowledge now, which is good. Yeah, I do. I do indeed. And it's not so much that the passions have changed. I don't think it's gone anywhere. It's just I decided that that's what I wanted to do. Actually leaving to go to New York in 2010 basically changed my life. I had worked at Channel 4 News and Channel 5 News, ITM World News as a teenager. On the sports desk at Channel 4 and Channel 5. So it's not like I'm sort of new to sports journalism, but I definitely went left and decided that I was going to do sort of a music degree and be in a studio for life. But New York changed that, and I decided that YouTube was the venture, and the rest is histoire. Please make, what's this? Please Twitter or make a vote. What's this? Mate, read Clockind James thread on Twitter. Can you send it to me, please, bro? If you can tweet it to me, that would be fantastic. I'm not exactly sure how to find that thread, basically. Arsenal making Forster look like prime Buffon. I mean, he's made a few sensational saves today. The one from Saka was sensational. Never did you sound engineering, did music production at Thames College. Saka would live took over and just got back to the music. Yes, indeed. I can relate to that. What did he do in New York? What did I do in New York? Okay. I started the YouTube journey. I started uploading videos about 3 or 4 months after I'd landed in 2010. And within about 6 months, I'd got myself a screen test at KickTV/MLS. I got a job there and started doing a whole bunch of content with them. Going to some really cool places, flying out to Seattle, Kansas, Philly, all over America, basically covering MLS. I mean, technically, I was a consultant for MLS, just a name that they could give me so that I was there. I did work for, amongst other people, Adidas. Got taken to the World Cup in 2014. I've done the 2018 World Cup since that for TalkSport. I did 2014 Euros for a Belgian company. A lot of freelance work, basically. I just decided that YouTube would be a CV, so that I would upload content that showed sort of my strengths, but that I would keep it completely ad-free, and I would just make money off companies that needed a presenter, basically, or a host. So that's what I was doing in New York. I turned the ads on about 2.5 years ago, and I've been doing YouTube now. It will be, this summer will be 10 years, or the beginning of the 10th year. Oh, it will be 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. So hopefully I've sort of shown that it is something that I'm more passionate about than interested in making a living from, but I've just got no choice now of sort of try and make a living from it. I'm too deep in. How comes you removed some of your old videos on YouTube? Lots of them are privated. I had a large amount of copyright claims from a specific company come back because a bit of music that I used as intro or outro music specifically was being claimed. So I'm just trying to sort of edit those bits out, and slowly but surely you'll get more of the old videos back up. Hugh can also be Hugh. No fraudulence. Indeed, yes. I guess you're getting a bit of that. Hugh should be in America with Jamie Foxx and Kanye influencing, but we will take you here too. I've still got a green card, lads. So I might just go back one day. I don't know. It will have to be in the next sort of 2 to 3 years. But I can still work in America, and if an opportunity came up, I would definitely consider it. You need to get ads on and fully monetized, bro. The real ones here want nothing but for you to get the bag. Yeah, again, just if you support me, then it's appreciated, you know? Everything will work out. It's just, I've chosen a different path, you know? Beautiful scenes. New York was our breakthrough in a sense. Glad you did YouTube to kickstart everything off. I would 10 years of mental. Yes, indeed. Fan meet and greet. Sometimes I just don't sort of understand the levels of YouTube, I think, because a meet and greet, to me, I'd be worried that no one would turn up, or that there would be like 2 people there. And I would go for, if you want to meet, like, just send me a message. If I've got the time, we can have a drink. We can go for a little waggers, or, you know, a little whatever you like. But, mate, this is just all distracting us from the important stuff from today, which is that we are suffering right now as Arsenal fans. Another mediocre performance is coming to an end right now. We are about to see El Yunusi coming off for Livramento. Ben White's got himself a yellow card. We're well into the 5 minutes of added time that we have been allotted. 93rd minute of the game now. Arsenal Football Club trailing Southampton by 1-0. Bednarak's first half winner, it looks like right now, giving Hassan Hüttl's side a crucial 3 points and taking the wheels off, the final wheel off, really, as Arsenal are sinking to their 4th defeat in 5 games. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How have Arsenal bottled top 4 like this? Been on YouTube 11 years. I don't even know how to turn ads on. Okay. Are you uploading videos? That's the first thing. I'll tell you how to do it if you... I mean, there is a button. Download the YouTube Studio app and go to the monetization section. You'll be able to see it there. This time tomorrow, Arsenal could be 7th. Hugh, if you're ever in Barcelona and you're the foodie you claim, give me the honor to show you around as we speak French. What? Wait, what? What? Hablo español, French. What are you talking about? We speak French in Barça. What are we on about? Odysseus, bro. Solo poquito, pero yo hablo. Yeah? Back to back 8th place finishes for Arsenal. Injuries, Hugh. It's the inquiries. Wait, what? Oh, he means injuries, right? We do suck without Thomas Partey. Still, Liverpool 3-1 to the good. Just over an hour gone in the FA Cup semi-final. Arsenal just gets into this run where they can't score goals. We've sort of done that to ourselves, though. Arsenal fans can nearly celebrate 20 years without a Premier League title. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. You know, the funny thing is, man, I used to laugh at Liverpool. I used to laugh. And it's this karma. It's a freaking dose of karma, that is. I used to laugh at this 30-year long wait that Liverpool fans had been on. I didn't think I'd live to see the day that they were able to completely turn their fortunes around. 20 seconds or so left in normal time as Gabriel Martinelli strikes from the edge of the box but doesn't hit it very well and has gone well over. A goal kick for Southampton, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to be about it. Look at the bigger picture. We'll be losing 6 games in a row. We have got Chelsea away next. I believe Manchester United round the corner. Still Tottenham to play. Painful. Idea for an OnlyFans account. Wizzy and the Willy. This is what it's come to. This is what it's actually come to. Man, come to Palace. Crystal Palace is my second Prem team. Yeah, I grew up locally, or I went to school locally anyway. South, that's south of the river. Yeah, I back this. Oh, we've lost. It's over. Southampton 1, Arsenal Football Club 0. Full-time whistle has gone. Well. A 4th defeat in 5 for Mikel Arteta's Arsenal side. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Arsenal bottling another game in hand and dropping 9 points in 3 games. Is their season done? Southampton have done very well to turn things around from last week. Battered 6-0 by Chelsea. They've kept a clean sheet for the first time since February, I believe. And there are people in the chat that believe that Chelsea are going to tear Arsenal a new one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you've enjoyed the video, please do smash the hell out of the like button. I'm going to head over to get myself a coffee. Whilst I make myself a coffee, please do join the Discord. and or the Twitter Spaces that I'm about to create, because we're going to have to go over exactly what's happening here at the club. It does look like we are capitulating and falling foul of the decision that the club have made to not bring in anybody in January. And by anybody, we're not going to be mentioning Austin Trusty, yeah, or the goalkeeper. I mean, you can't fucking write it. You genuinely can't write it. Do you know what? I'm a twat. I'm actually a twat. I've decided I'm a twat. I have actually believed in your choices when it's fucking obvious we were struggling to score goals anyway, and now it looks like the failure to sign any kind of striker, even a lone one in January, is ultimately going to cost this club Champions League football. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Arsenal Football Club looking like they're going to be finishing 8th for the 3rd season and counting. What are we doing? Where are we going? North London currently looking dead. Both teams, absolute bottle job. Southampton 1, Arsenal Football Club 0. Let's have a look at the other scores in the Premier League, because Manchester United. My pinned tweet. Will hopefully be working.
Hello.
Right, we've got a couple of people on the stage already.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How you doing? All right?
Yourself? Not off, must admit, that was...
I'm not going to lie. I'm shaking. I'm actually shaking.
Can we swear on here?
Oh, you can swear all you like.
Fucking dreadful.
Yeah.
He's got to go. Absolutely got to go. The half a team still need replacing. And there's literally not much more I can say about that. We've got Chelsea next. There's no way we're beating Chelsea, even getting a point there. I hope they fucking batter us, to be honest. And Emery got dug out for this. So I think Arteta's got to go and get someone like Vieira in. And that's even if he thinks that's worth a step going to Arsenal, because Palace are better than us right now. We're fucking horrendous.
Do you know what? I can't stop thinking about. Arteta knows we lack goals, and to think he sold Aubameyang without a replacement, and on top of the icing on the cake, he's scoring goals for fun at Barcelona. Being a manager, you have to be able to make...
Hold on a second. You see that? Yeah. He's scoring goals at Barcelona for fun. Did you watch Barca yesterday, bro?
They were dreadful, actually. But yeah.
Well, he missed basically an open goal tap-in to keep them in the cup. So.
Yeah, as a team, they are questionable at times, but you can't question Aubameyang's impact on that team as well.
What's done me in is January. Just January. Not getting anyone in. Dreadful.
Hercules, man. Hercules.
I mean, I felt like for today's game, I was happy with the formation we put out. But man, you know, I'm a fan of Arteta's, but like I try to criticize him and I try to question him as much as possible because the club has backed him. They gave him a free hit last season. The whole season last season was a free hit. Like they allowed him to do anything possible. He put out a system that didn't suit at least 8 out of 10 players on that team, and he went with it just to make sure Saka, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Partey would offsuit into that system. And then here we are this season. We've had our ups, we had our downs. But if you want to be competing in this top 4, even top 5 and top 6, you have to have consistent run of form. 3 losses in 3 games, no matter what way you look at it, is ridiculous. And I hate bringing up January, but what January was a bet of we're going to go for a thin squad, and it works out. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I don't know what that says about our club, or what that says about the goals that we're setting.
Actually, what it said from before, surely, man. How many times have we been here before? How many times have we needed to take advantage of January, done sweet FA or the minimum possible?
It's almost like they don't want us to get through.
It happens all the time. And
I'm here, bros. I'm here. I'm in time with
the,
you. It's just there's a delay with the Twitter, okay?
We had the money to spend. We put in a 75 million bid for Vlahovic, which means that you had money there. Shore up the team. Like, don't thin out your squad to the point.
I honestly think Arteta's ego got the best of him. He made the decision to sell Aubameyang, and he thought he could bring this team enough to the top four, and it's come to bite him in the ass. His ego got the best of him in January.
You could get rid of Aubameyang, but you have to shore up your team, because even if you were saying that there isn't the right options there,
you can get rid of Aubameyang. Let's say for instance he wasn't getting along with Aubameyang, as the reports say. He made the decision to sell him instead of I'm just gonna let Aubameyang stay even though we don't get along, because the team is more important than my ego. His goals contribution is more important than me winning against him. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say?
Aubameyang wasn't contributing to anything though.
Exactly, that's the counter
him
argument.
As an option, I think is better than nothing. That's my personal opinion.
The issue was not Aubameyang going. Aubameyang going was good for the team. The issue was we didn't bring someone in. We had to rely on two players who had a combined goals of 2 open play goals for the rest of the season, which was never going to work. That's the issue, not Aubameyang going. Aubameyang was offering nothing to this team.
I just can't get around my head. How can you let him go without 100% bringing someone in? If you're 100% sure you're not going to bring anyone in, I just don't think you can sell him. I just don't think it makes sense.
Okay. Do you think players like Cedric and Eddie even care if we get top 4? Because people like that are going to get replaced. Like half the squad know if we get top 4, they're going to get replaced, and that's their money gone. Never going to be on a good contract ever again at any other big team. Like, is any? I don't know what to say really. It's just ruined the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed. Listen, if anyone wants to get involved, please do just send me a request. I'll try and get as many people up onto the stage as possible today. Obviously, it's going to be emotionally charged, and I can understand that a lot of people are sort of very confused about what's going on right now. A lot of people have been patient, super supportive. I feel like there's been more togetherness with Arsenal fans than for a long time. But there's just a bit of doubt beginning to creep in now. And 4 defeats in 5 will have really been... Well, it might put the nail in the coffin for a few people. It sounds even like Hercules, who's been, from what I understand, super patient, super positive. It sounds a little bit like now you're questioning what's going on.
My thing is, I know that this club is not going to fire him this window. Like, that's why I never get involved in these Arteta in, Arteta out debates in Twitter and other Arsenal spaces that I've been in, because I know the club is going to stick with him. My thing is, you are going to take out another loan this summer and invest big. So you're going to put him in a clock next summer. Why are we not?
What if we lose to Chelsea, West Ham, Man United?
I think we don't have a good chance. Like, I don't think we have a good chance at all. Like, we have our three safety nets are injured.
Chance of what?
Chance of making the top 4 and winning these games. This is super negative for me, probably because it's just after a loss. But like, the importance of Tomiyasu, Tierney, and Partey, you need at least 2 of those 3. They're in our system. Those 3 players are our safety nets. We know Tierney has been injury prone, and we brought Tavares in, who was going to be a long shot success anyways. How expensive was he? Like 7 million? So we knew that this guy is not a starting capable left back. We have Tomiyasu. If you look at Tomiyasu's injury history, he's been injured most of last season. And Partey, I know this is the first reoccurring thigh injury for him, so now we could probably consider him injury prone. But Arteta identified him as the most important player in our team, in our midfield. And our idea was, I like Sambi Lokonga a lot, but he's still not ready. So we betted on a thin squad and backups who were not ready yet. So what does that tell us? Were we aiming for top 4 at all this season, or was this another free hit another free hit season? That's what I'm having so much like.
How many free hits? Or you're sort of like, okay, no more free hits.
You shouldn't even have one, right? Because we gave this job for Arteta. This is the most unique situation in a top 6 club situation. Like, we're letting a coach learn how to become a manager in a top six squad. What we saw with Vieira and Xavi, they managed other clubs. Vieira had his failings, Vieira had his successes, and now he's come to Crystal Palace and he's implementing a style very quickly. He had a new squad to work with, a bunch of new players to come in after a bunch of players' contracts got released. Like Arteta learning the job on Arsenal is just a ridiculous
I think that's true. I think Arteta has exposed himself as inexperienced. Let's not everyone forget that this is the first biggest club he's mentioned. His thumb and fingerprints are all over this squad. And I think he's just exposed himself as him not being ready at this level.
Bro, the annoying thing is that Arteta had the chance. Arteta had the chance to buy a backup to Partey and get rid of Xhaka. He didn't take it. We now kept Xhaka. He had the chance to have a better backup right back than Cedric. He sold Chambers. He got rid of Maitland-Niles. Saliba and Mavropanos, I'm sorry, they're both better than Ben White. We sold £50 million. Partey, we needed someone for him as a replacement. We all knew that Tierney was not going to be fit for an entire season.
We got Nuno Tavares instead. Saliba as well. I guarantee we even sell him.
Bro, it's so annoying because he's actually going to be a starter centre-back. As in quality-wise, he's good enough for us. But because of Arteta's treatment of him, he's now going to go to Marseille, where he's been treated like a king and he's been playing fucking amazing week in, week out. And you've just sold Aubameyang.
I'm going to hold you back on that. Yeah, there's not a lot of clubs in Europe right now that could afford Saliba.
Exactly.
You have to. So like, I know it's doom and gloom, but do not go that far.
Yeah, I think the defense is still salvageable because those players are ultimately still on loan, so they can return and prove themselves at Arsenal again. So I think the defense, although the ones on loan are arguably better than the ones we have available right now, I think for the future, I think it's still possible to integrate some of those players.
Yes,
I think thankfully our defense is not the worst part of our team. Thankfully, although I think Ben White has made quite a few mistakes that people haven't caught on to yet. He's not been a bad signing for 50 million. Gabriel I still rate very highly, and I think there is something salvageable should the injuries be in our way.
Do you trust Arteta next season to pick Saliba over Ben White or these?
No,
ultimately with the striking decision he made in January, I don't trust Arteta to make the right.
I don't think there should be a question of having a lot of good center backs. Like having 3 good center backs is going to be the minimum next season. There's going to be a 5 sub rule, so I'm not too worried about Saliba and Saka staying. These things are not what I'm worried about. The only good upside of the past 2 years is that we've reshuffled our squad to the point that we could build a squad, and we are building a squad. So even if a new manager comes in, they get a pick of players that they could choose from, and we already have a solid core of players. So that's the only good upside for this team right now.
I don't think Arteta's helped himself, and I don't think Arteta's helped Arsenal. Like Jonathan said, we sold Aubameyang, he was our captain and our only goal scorer. Yes, he wasn't great towards the end, but is he a better goal scorer than Lacazette? Of course he is. Arteta decided to keep Lacazette ahead. It's like he's very clearly acting against our best interest. It just does not make sense.
How many times have we heard of managers fighting against players and not getting along, but ultimately, if they're good enough, they play. And I think Arteta's ego didn't allow him to stay Aubameyang at this club, and it's utterly lost.
He's absolutely a dictator. It's the exact same way he treated Ozil. It's the exact same way he treated Guendouzi. It's not acceptable. You've got a massive ego. Ozil obviously was against your nerves. Aubameyang you didn't get along with.
That whole Guendouzi thing was...
People keep talking about
the Guendouzi thing. The Guendouzi thing. It's important to notice that everyone for years has been saying we need players at our club who have bottle. We need players who are willing to stand up for our fellow players and countrymen. Sorry?
Guendouzi had bottle and then he fucked him off.
Exactly.
Wait. Why do people keep talking about Guendouzi like he's got bottle? Because he went against the manager's rules. We're talking about. Wait. Everyone's had a chance. Everyone's had a chance to talk.
Right, listen. Let this guy speak, please, man. Just have some courtesy, all right? We can all respond. I know everyone's hyped, but let him talk, all right?
We keep talking about Guendouzi and he had the bottle to go against that's absolute nonsense. For years we've been talking about the ill discipline amongst this squad, that it's DOS House United, yet when a manager comes in, talks about changing the culture, changing the way the players are, we start uproar because Guendouzi's had a couple of good games when he's playing for Marseille. Like, come on. On a flip of a hat, everyone will turn around and say that that's a farmers' league. And we're talking about Saliba. If Saliba was still in this squad, he would not be playing because there's not enough games in our fixture list to have someone who's trying to develop to sit on the bench and play 2 or 3 games a season. It doesn't make sense. He wasn't ready for the Premier League.
You're saying he wasn't ready, but we didn't even give him a chance to show us. So I don't know what you're saying. What basis you're saying on?
He sees him every day in training. Every single day. And now we're pulling out Ozil like he was going to be the saviour for us when he's getting released from Fenerbahce. Like, come on. Stop looking back. Look, we had 3 games we should have won. Yeah. Crystal Palace was always going to be a tough one. Yeah. If we would have got a draw from that, okay, we'd have taken it. But Brighton and Southampton are not excusable. We shouldn't be looking at oh yeah, if we had Guendo. People talk about Mastropanov. As if you rated Mastropanov at the start of the season. Like, come on. Let's actually be serious. We were poor today. We were poor against Brighton, and we were poor against Crystal Palace. That's got nothing to do with Mastropanov or Guendouzi. I'll give you Aubameyang, yeah? But Aubameyang has been toilet for 18 months. He has done nothing for this team. So the problem was not getting rid of Aubameyang, it's not bringing a replacement. Those were the problems, and not bringing in reinforcements. And the reason why we didn't bring in Melo was for 6 million. That's poor. That's the people at the top as well as Arteta, as well as Edu, for not pushing through those deals. That's the problem. Not some half-assed kid from France who wants to play when he wants, who wants to poke fun at Arsenal. Like, the disrespect he had for Arsenal is unbelievable, and people are twerking for him. It's embarrassing.
Are you talking about?
I think it's disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful for Arteta to make some of the decisions he's made to put us in this position in the first place. You know, after the back of the fixture run we just had, you're saying we couldn't have got 9 points from these games easily. Of course we could have. For me, what's offensive to this club is people backing this manager, thinking he's going to take us somewhere where the only remnants of any sort of success he's had is an FA Cup, which Aubameyang bailed him out of, and now you get rid of him. So it's like, what basis now do you stand on? Your only pillar that you were standing on is now gone.
Bro. If you think Aubameyang was the only reason we won that FA Cup, rewatch those games. Oh my goodness, Aubameyang had 18
Aubameyang and Pepe is now always on the bench,
and we've seen it with all our eyes. And when he goes to another team, he starts scoring in a league with just a bit more open space, a bit more slower. He looks much more better. And I'm not saying he's a bad player. When situations are not always good for certain players. And it wasn't a good situation. You're the captain of your team. You're coming late to multiple practices, multiple games. This is something that happened multiple times. He was started through his bad form. And the moment we dropped him this season, we started playing good again. So I don't understand how all of a sudden Aubameyang is the answer to our problems. The answer to our problems, here's the issues that you should be pointing out at. The issues you should be pointing out is, why didn't we reinforce ourselves in January when we know we had money? We actually bidded for Vlahovic. That means we had money in the pockets. Coinkies were bidding for us. So I don't understand of Aubameyang and Guendouzi. These arguments are so off base.
But I get that, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, we spent the most money in Europe over the summer. How much do you want us to spend? How much money is Arteta going to take?
We were so far behind everyone else. That's why.
Hold on a second, right? I need people to just get a bit of common sense going, right? I know Arsenal spent 150 whatnot or whatever it was in the summer, but go back and have a look at Manchester United, what they've spent since 2013. They spend, on average, 150 million every season, or at least 100 million. So we got a lot of catching up to do. And yes, it might well take more windows. I'm not having this. We spent 150 million, so we're supposed to be winning the fucking league. What's going on?
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry.
Okay. We're building the squad from scratch. We've been left with a mess. Arteta was left with a mess. Emery was left with a mess as well, but he wasn't able to change the squad. We've needed to completely shift the squad on. I think Arteta said a few months ago that this is the window, the summer window coming up, where we look to actually improve the first team. The summer we had just now was all about buying players with something to build on.
Creating a foundation.
Building a foundation, yeah. 150 million, we bought 6 players. If we want to get those world-class players, we only get 2 or 3 players max. We were building something to build a foundation on. I really just hate hearing about this Aubameyang thing and how like he was dropped out. It's like I don't know if you remember, but Aubameyang got dropped for the North London derby. I think it was a couple of seasons ago, and it was apparently his final warning. So he's been taking the piss out of the club. Guendouzi's been taking the piss out of the club. All these players have been taking the piss out of the club. Saliba, yes, he's a great player, but he's not going to be starting week in, week out. We don't have European football. We can't guarantee him.
Aaron, let me ask you something. All this behind-the-scenes drama with Aubameyang, if he was doing it for Arsenal, I don't know about you, but I personally don't care if he gets along with the manager. He's a problem in the dressing room. You're always going to have your star players. These world-class players are always not going to be angels. They're always going to cause problems. And about management, it's about
Jonathan, for 18 months, he's been
Let me tell you this.
It's all about handling these big personalities. And he hasn't been able to do it.
Listen. Man City, they spent 100 million on Jack Grealish. He took the piss out of the club. Guardiola dropped him from the squad. Pep Guardiola is doing what Arteta has done with Aubameyang. It's just when you consistently take the piss out of the club, then something happens. Grealish did it.
We can afford to drop players, though. We can't. Half the time.
Here's the thing, But here's the thing. You could take the piss out of the club, but you have to be performing at the same time. That was the key factor. He was not performing for 18 months. How are we not looking at this? He was not good last season. He wasn't good at the start of this season. What are we talking about here? If you are going to be mad at this club, be mad that we didn't even sign all the players that we needed this summer, right? And we didn't even.
I understand
the winter.
I understand.
That's what you should be mad.
Because I'm a little bit confused. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting conflicting arguments. Right? A lot of people are saying it's Aubameyang's fault for being out of form. It's Aubameyang's fault for sort of not playing along or stepping out of line or whatever else it is. Yet you're all sat here saying you're desperate for a striker and that Arsenal may well have made their bed or sort of done it to themselves, as it were, in the January window. Well, you had a striker, didn't you? And if you're saying the last season he wasn't all that, then maybe we should look at the football that we're playing. I'm looking at goals scored, right, over the last 3 to 4 seasons. We are struggling beyond belief to score goals, full stop. It's actually a bit of a joke. We're averaging barely a goal a game and have somehow managed to turn that into we're even in the conversation of top 4. So I am a little bit confused because it's quite clearly about how we're playing. We don't create a lot, and Aubameyang has never been a player, ever, that needed 1 or 2 chances and scored. He's never been that guy. It's 5 or 6 a game, and you're likely to get a tap in at the end of it. These are the cold, hard facts. It worked for 2 full seasons at Arsenal, and we have drastically changed the way that we play. The way that we approach the game is completely different. I remember seeing Aubameyang playing at left wing back. So I really think we need to get a little bit of rationale here. We are focusing on individuals. I'm not fussed about who plays for the club. If the manager is confident in his decisions, go for it. If after taking those decisions, things are going left, we need to reconsider what's going on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when it comes to the coaching, I gave Arteta the benefit of the doubt for the first 2 seasons because for the first time, I thought the summer, I felt those were Arteta players that he's signing. So I felt like this was the first season he had the chance to show his full coaching, his full ability when it came to that aspect, the tactical side of the game. And ultimately, I just think that his coaching can't compensate the decision that he made with the ins and outs in January. That's where I stand on it. I don't know what anyone else thinks.
See, this is what I'll say. I have an issue with Arteta because coming into the season, the plan was to use Aubameyang. I was about to say this, but the way you make Aubameyang work is you create a lot of chances, and then he will score goals. He's not a clinical finisher. You need a lot of chances to score goals. So if you're going to do that, sign a midfielder. If you knew you're going to go into this 4-3-3 formation, you need 2 8s to do this, and we only have 1 8. We started seeing what Palace and Liverpool did. They started blocking off Martin Odegaard. They started shadowing the spaces that he would occupy. That does not happen if you have another 8 at the other side. So this is why I had issues in the summer. We did not sign the sufficient amount of players that we needed the summer, and we didn't even adjust it in the winter.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry,
I agree with you there.
I'm sorry. I've watched this Brighton game, yeah? I've watched it avidly. Twice I've watched this game now, yeah? It's actually pissing me off how people aren't seeing this. He's been totally outdone. Tactically outdone. They're playing, at one stage, bro, they're playing one centre-back. I kid you not. Go and look at the game. Brighton are at one stage playing one centre-back, yeah? Call it 3 if you like, but ultimately you've got 5 men in midfield creating a sort of wok, if you like, an impenetrable wok, where man for man, we are completely marked out of the game. Tactically, he didn't have a fucking answer against Graham Potter. I rate Potter very highly, very highly. But this is not about personnel, lads. I'm sorry. This is about tactical decisions that are coming back to bite him in the arse over and over again. You're playing our best midfielder when he shouldn't be being played. He's just come back fresh from AFCON, already had injury problems. You're throwing him into the fucking deep end. He gets injured, so what do? You put your next strongest midfielder at left back. Don't piss me off now. This ain't about the people, the players. He's made the choice, right? That's the bed that you're going to have to lay in. Now it comes down to your tactics, bro. And unfortunately, 4 defeats out of 5, I've got questions. Rightly so. Let me bring in James. He hasn't spoken yet.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I completely agree with what you're just saying. Like, the tactics are very confusing. Putting Nuno on the bench when he's our left back that we brought in to be a backup to Tierney doesn't really make a lot of sense. Just one example. But I'm curious what you guys think about. I mean, this is a major low. It feels just like where we were at the start of the season after we lost 3 in a row. This is a young squad. I know we're trying to not blame the players, but nobody's stepping up at all. I know the tactics are a little wonky, but I didn't see anything going forward today. I'm just curious what you guys think of that.
He betted on the squad. James? He betted on the squad.
Yeah, James, I like what you just mentioned about leadership. Thank you for bringing me on. I mean, when Cedric is failing to put in proper set pieces, no one else is taking the ball from him. Something simple like that, just to say, you know what, you've had a go. You're not doing it the right way. Give me a chance to put it in. And just before I go, I just want to say, this is a sackable run of games from Arteta. I'm not an Arteta out. I'm not an Arteta in. I love some of the stuff that he's done. He's made his choices, like Easy was just saying right now. You've made your choices. Get the tactics right. Arsenal fans are the most patient fans in the world. If we see the fighting spirit, even if the results are not good, we've been here before. Unai Emery had the same thing. Running to make top 4, failed dismally. It's about the tactics. Just try and get it right. Stop the rot. Today was an amazing opportunity for someone to put their hand up, including him as the manager, to just try and get everything right, but he just couldn't. And yeah, it's just a bummer.
Yeah, that's true. It's just go ahead.
Sorry, I just want to bring in Belgium. How you doing, mate?
How you, man? Thank you, guys, man. Thank you.
Were you at the game today?
No. I don't normally do away games. Well, home games, yeah, that's what I do. But I was watching it, and I tell you what, I don't know. I mean, the last speaker, he said it, and you too, earlier on, you kind of highlight on the issues. He made those players; those are the players he wanted, and we even at one point we were saying, "Oh, to January, you need to get reinforcement," and all of a sudden they decided to go against it. So he was happy with those type of players, right? Considering that, I don't know how they do the game management, because at the end of the day, you have to assess the risk, and I think for sometimes or for something, I don't know whether is somebody advising them, or are they listening, or are they just say to themselves, you know what, we are fine, don't worry, we can't be bothered because when you do a risk assessment, you know that at one point some of those players, 18 games, there's no, wasn't 10 games, there's no way that 18 players will be able to cope with that because of injury. What about if this player is not match fit? What about if this player is not fit enough to play? So, you look at all those circumstances and you put them into perspective and see how best you could do. But Arteta decided that, you know what? No, this is what I want to do. Well, and like, I was up there against Brighton when we lost, and we left back. You decided that, you know what? We took it. Is it that time that you should be tweaking or kind of changing stuff? No, because at the end of the day, there's a top four to grab. So we have to make sure that we take all our chances. And we failed to do that. And today, he decided to redress that issues, the left back issue, by putting, by reverting Xhaka back to his normal position. But when I was listening to the lineup and everyone was gassing up and say, "Oh, other guy is going to be captain," and I'm there thinking, "Okay, let's cool down." It was the same things, the same gassing that we were doing. Oh, we were going to be top four, top four. And I say, people, listen, let's take it easy, one game at a time, because the season is not finished yet, and we might see all the twists and what they got. At the end of the day, the players have to play well and in order to deliver. There's no point in that, or we trying to big up a player, and when the team's doing okay, then we're not picking up individual players. But when the team is not doing okay, then we start picking on individual players. Is the coach, and when he come with a good game plan, then the players who execute that. But it seems to me that Arteta is still learning, and he's not learning fast enough because certain things that he needs to know that he can't be doing that. Things that he knows that you can't kind of in the middle of the game when your players are not used to it, you can't say that, oh, these are the type of way that you want them to play during the course of the game. You have to wait. Then if you wait to the end of the season or you wait to maybe after a couple of games during training, but he's not doing that. And I don't know. I don't know where we're going. But I've said it. If we don't make it to top four, I think I'm suggesting that they have to kind of allow him to go and get somebody else in, because there's no point to go and watch Arsenal. My season ticket is over £1,000, and to go and watch Arsenal, quite a few people when they go and watch it, it's too expensive. Even away games, both away and home games. And there's no way that we'll be going there and be seeing this kind of result. And it's not, will I say depressing, but it's upsetting. So if we don't make it to the top four, it's a failure. It's total failure. Because season before that one, we finished eighth. Sixth season before last season, eighth. And this season, we're not going to make it. What's the point? So for my taking is Arteta is at fault for our downfall. Considering that he allowed Aubameyang issue to get out of hands, and he didn't want Aubameyang in the team. And now we can't even score. And everyone was criticizing Lacazette. Lacazette is not in the team today now. And here we can't even score. So whose fault is that? You see? So people have to understand that, and and sometimes not to be picking on the players, because it's not the players' fault. It's the way where we want to play. And I keep on telling people, I was watching, it's like, Arteta trying to play like the way Pep the new way of playing football. Like we want more movement, pacey, and that diamond system of passing. But with Arsenal, that's not. I mean, at the moment we don't have the personnel. So, but he's trying to implement that. So when Lacazette plays, you kind of feel like he has to drop deep, right? Because we're showing like a 4-2-3-1. That's on the paper, but on the pitch, it's not that. It's like 4-3-3. Dropping, Lacazette has to drop deep to allow Saka and Martinelli to bypass him. And that's what was the situation. But people don't seem to understand that. All of a sudden, they're picking on Lacazette. That's what I said. When we were scoring, it was okay. Lacazette was not being picked on. But now that the team is not doing well now,
So you got to be asleep then. You got to be asleep. You got to be asleep. You're not giving Lacazette any stick when he scored one goal in fucking 16 games.
No. But it's not. The thing is that it's the way he plays. It's the way that the coach wants him to play. Do you understand? I know that obviously as a striker, you need to score a goal. No, I'm not trying to stand in for, like I said.
An excuse. Sorry, it's an excuse. The guy's too fucking old and slow to get in the box. That's why he's not getting the goals.
No. Please don't use that word to describe him. Listen, do you think that he will be there as a striker and feels that, oh, I don't want to score a goal? That's not the case. It's the way. And look at the man. He keeps on standing on the touchline, bro. No,
goals, bro. But he's quite clearly proven that he's not capable of doing that right now.
No, but it's the way that he's the system. You know, it's this way that we're playing.
System. I don't want to hear about systems, mate. If you're 6 yards in goal and you're putting it straight into the keeper's hands or not even hitting the target, it's nothing to do with a system. Mate.
Well, yes, true, but at the same time, so players and strikers, they can have a quiet moment. Trust me. Like today, we watch a game. I was watching it with Brighton. Harry Kane, what did he have? Nothing. Apart from he was dropping deep, taking the ball. He didn't even have any sniff. There was a chance that he missed, clear cut. Right? So strikers, they have those moments. But I know that with Arsenal, it's been going on. But then again, too, it's the way Arteta wants to play. Trust me. Even though if we go and get top striker, I tell you what, next season people will be complaining. You know, Arteta hasn't got. I think he's still learning. He doesn't know what to do, and sometimes he get confused. And he's not. You could see that he's like, I mean, how can we be losing to Liverpool 4 times, you know, in the season? That's to tell you that it's the coach's fault. You know, we can't keep on losing to Liverpool. Then when we play against City, we can't even compete, you know, against City. Why? And he's supposed to be our coach.
I don't strictly think that's true. Sorry. I think we did compete against City for X amount of time. I know people don't like hearing that, but I thought it's probably one of the best halves of football we've played this season. And are we expecting to beat Liverpool? Like, what are we talking about?
Oh, yes. Yes, why not? Well, in that case, we must not be in the league. We have to, because at the end of the day, well, I don't care. Well, look, today's game, for instance, okay, you saw when he was getting to you might say that City and the Liverpool, they are the best. Well, I do understand that. But it doesn't mean that they should be beating us home and away. At least at home, it should be a situation whereby we will stop them. Either we get a draw. If not, then what's the point? You know, there's no point, you know, and it's the coach. You said, do you know what? This is what I want to do. This is the type of players I want. Because he said to you, tell me what type of players you want. He went for all those players. So you expect him to make sure that at least when we're playing at home, away, I could understand that, but at home, at least. Under Wenger, you remember that. Under Wenger, Liverpool, it was when he was getting...
Wenger talks banned. Wenger talks banned. I'm not having the association. Right? Assad, please come in, mate. Assad and Amir and Stringer, you're up next.
Hi, everyone. So I just wanted to, just go back to when the season started, and we had lost 3 matches in a row, and all of us were gutted, and I don't think that anyone was thinking at that point in time that we would be competing for a top 4 position. In fact, when the season started, I think all of us were just thinking that if we get into the top 6 somehow, we'll be able to get some more players on board, and from there on we'll march on for the top 4 progression. So today, I think when we've been through over the season, when the season started, we always knew that Lacazette was not the solution for us, even when the season started, and we had all our chips on Aubameyang, and we all know what happened after that. But even without Aubameyang, what we've seen through this season is that when Arteta has had his playing 11, his 11 players, which includes Tomiyasu, which includes Partey, which includes Tierney, he has been able to give us the results, and that is the team that played consistently and even and put us in a position where we kind of overachieved in terms of everyone's expectations and started to compete for a top 4 position. And as soon as we lost Partey, then we lost Tomiyasu, then we lost Partey, then we lost Tierney. Things started to crumble, and now we've lost 4 matches out of 5, and we're back to the same hopelessness with which we started this season. But I feel that moving forward, based on the fixtures that I see ahead, Tottenham have the best chance to actually make it to the 4th position. In fact, I feel that they will have to seriously bottle it to not finish fourth. However, as far as our matches are concerned, compared to Manchester United, I feel that we do have a very good chance to finish fifth if we are able to get good results in the North London Derby and versus Manchester United. Thank you.
Okay, bro. Thanks so much for coming on. Amir, can we get you involved?
Can I say a quick word?
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it, man.
So I feel like it's easy to blame Arteta, but the past 3 games, when are certain players going to stand up? Like, I haven't seen Saka beat his man once in the past 3 games. Emile Smith-Rowe, I like him as a player, but going forward, what position is he going to play in our team? Let's be honest. Because one wing's Martinelli, the other wing's Saka, and I don't think he can do the 8 role. There's a lot of other players that are not pulling their weight as well, but no one mentions Gabriel that much. Gabriel is an average centre-back. I feel like Arsenal fans big him up to be someone great, but he's not that good. He's not top 10 centre-back in the league. There's other teams around us that are signing players like Tottenham. They're signing Romero, Kulusevski. Look what they've done. We're signing players.
Part of the reason they lost today. So what?
Yes, they lost today, but Romero has been one of the best centre-backs in the league since he's been here. True or false?
Pretend that he's perfect, because I watched him.
I'm not saying he's perfect.
He did the goal today.
I'm not saying it's perfect.
Gabriel's getting interest from Barca, bro. He's not bad as a centre-back.
Do you think he's good enough to take us to the heights of where Liverpool, Man City are, even Chelsea are at the moment?
Can he be?
But one player doesn't do that, though.
Why not?
Sorry?
Can he be part of a squad that achieves that? It's not about him. It's about...
Okay, yeah, I understand. You can definitely be part of a squad, but people are saying Saliba's going to come and he's not even going to play a game or 2. But how do you know that if you've not seen him play and everyone's bigging him up elsewhere? He's even a French international now.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that people saying Saliba's not good enough or he's coming on the bench. I'm pretty sure he'll be better than our centre-backs. Our other players that we're failing to give them... not blame, but they're not stepping up enough, to be honest as well. Saka, I'm a huge fan of Saka. I know he's got the ability. Everyone knows that. But the past 3 games, is there even one time today that he got past his his left back? I didn't see it.
I mean, yeah, the attention is clearly on him because clubs all know that he's one of the only danger men we've got. So
what? So every game, I'm not saying he does this every game, but every game, could that be his excuse?
No, I think he
wasn't just going to focus on Saka.
Being played on the left a lot as well. I don't think that really helps.
Interesting. You know, people are blaming Cedric as well. We understand Cedric already. We know already. We understand already.
One thing, Cedric is on fucking set pieces for Arsenal Football Club. What's going on?
Okay, but so everyone's screaming for Odegaard to be captain. Why does he not speak up there? He's another player that's been missing in the past
I don't even understand that. I'll be honest. I don't know what the gas and hype is for Odegaard to be captain. I don't know what you're smoking, bro. I don't get it. What are you so keen on? Is that where we actually are? He's been here for months, mate. A few months. What has he shown in terms of leadership?
I'm not sure about
I'm very confused about Arsenal fans in general, man. Too many people have been fucking brainwashed. They've forgotten who we are and what we're supposed to be.
Someone was here mentioning Pepe before, but where is he necessarily going to play? Do you want him to start ahead of Saka? Do you want him to start ahead of Martinelli? They're screaming for Martinelli to be up front. Maybe he should get the opportunity, but that doesn't look like that's his main position right now. Let's be honest. And he's probably our most effective player going forward. I don't see no one trying to find him.
Hold on. So let me just quote you verbatim. Yeah.
Go on.
Pepe is like our most dangerous player going forward right now. That's what you said.
No, I said Martinelli. I said I don't understand where Pepe is going to play because Martinelli's our most dangerous, along with Saka is on the other side.
Sorry,
where is Pepe going to play? Everyone's screaming for him to come off the bench, blah, blah, blah. He comes off the bench.
I mean, what's laughable, though, is that Arsenal can barely score a goal, but we can afford to keep our attacking players out of the system.
So who are you saying to bench for Pepe?
Well, today, possibly Nketiah.
And have him as a 9? Is that what you think?
No, go do Martinelli up top or do what you're doing. I'm not the tactician here, but I'm telling you, Nicola Pepe is capable of that moment of magic that a lot of people are saying Arsenal are without. Yeah, he might not be doing it all the time. He might look shaky. He might look weak. He might be not be your favourite. He's definitely been left out in the cold because of Saka's form. You just told me Saka's form's fucking terrible. So what are we doing?
But Saka, you know yourself, Saka's not really going to be one to be dropped. Let's be honest now, as an Arsenal fan. We don't see it happen. Come on.
Yeah, maybe not dropped, but I mean, you know, obviously today hasn't worked. I'm not being funny, but Mikel Arteta. Right, lads, we're having audio issues. I'm not exactly sure why the Twitter Spaces has gone down on my PC, but it is still running. I'm going to love you and leave you on YouTube right now. It's been an absolute pleasure, of course, as per usual, hanging out. I'll be back later on. I'm not sure whether on YouTube or Twitch, but stay tuned to my Twitter.
Once again, you can't get ceiling raised. It's very hard to get ceiling.
Okay, it's decided it's coming back now.
Because most of these clubs are saying, this player is important to us for the rest of the season. Why are we going to get rid of him? Come to us in the summer or pay up right now. If Luka Jovic was known to be
I'll leave it running.
I don't care how bad he's been. He is a better backup than Eddie Nketiah. By all intents and purposes, he is a better backup than him. You have to look at these certain deals to take us over the top or take us to the finish line. Because right now we are choking because we don't have the sufficient backups, whether it be a striker, whether it be a midfielder, whether it be a wing back. These things
the wing
are things that we should have known.
Doesn't make sense as well, again, because everyone's now criticizing Tavares, rightfully. But at the beginning of the season, when he had them string of games, people then saying, when Tierney was back, he should be in front of Tierney right now. Tierney needs to earn back his spot. But now the narrative's completely changed, and Arteta should have done something all the way back then.
But that's not me. I didn't say anything about.
I'm talking on the majority of Arsenal fans. Let's be honest. That's what happened.
I understand that, but I'm saying when it comes to the likes of Tomiyasu, when it comes to the likes of Partey, these are two players. Even Tierney. I know we had Tavares as a backup and we had Cedric as a backup, but the way we've been using our bench when those players were healthy, Arteta were never subbing these players back on. So you could just tell by the squad that he had, he doesn't trust half the bench. He doesn't. So he was betting on this thin squad. It was his idea to keep a thin squad. This was a notion that he pushed and Edu pushed. So us failing right now and us being mad that our squad is thin and we didn't shore up the squad is because they made the decision to keep the squad thin. Right? That's all I have to say. But yeah.
Right. Belgium, do you want to...
Yeah, I just want to add to the last speaker. Well, it's true. Arteta made those decisions in and NATO, and when we knew that we might be short, they decided, you know what, these are the type of players we wanted, and we've got them. And like Kiseni made Lines on loan. Tereva on loans. Tereva got experience. He got Premier League experience. He could have stayed here and play in the Premier League. Right. So, and again, when we're picking on individual players, I think we have to be careful because at the end of the day, they are there. Once they could say to them, do you want to play? They can't say no. And Ketia, he came on as a sub couple of games. In a couple of games, he did okay. All of a sudden, the coach decided, you know what, today, let me play you. And he got his chance. Well, obviously, that we lost. Pepe, I don't know why Arteta's doing that. And obviously, I said, you said that earlier on. Pepe, can you imagine? Pepe, he's the only one that in the team, apart from any other team party who is more progressive passer. He's the one you can see that, you know what, if Pepe is on the pitch earlier or if he starts the game, could be potential a game where we can win a game or there's a potential that at least he will score. But he's not on the pitch, he's on the bench. Then he has to start from the bench. And sometimes, as a player, you just feel like, why is he putting me on the bench? In a couple of games, I'll do well. Then all of a sudden, the following week, I'm on the bench. So what am I going to do? So obviously, Arteta doesn't really have Pepe's stuff in his mind. He just feel like, you know what? Maybe coming to end of summer, I'll get rid of him. And it will be a huge, huge mistake. And I think if we don't make it to the top four again to retweet on this, Arteta has to leave because there's no point. Thank you, Jose.
Another thing, you're saying he has to leave. who do you think's necessarily going to come to Arsenal as a manager?
Listen,
right now?
okay, I've got this one. Let me just take this one, yeah? What you're doing there is you're going, oh, do you know what? We've got the best of what we can get.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, who is...
You're muted. With all due respect, love you, but you're muted, yeah? Big Arsenal. My club have got history. What we're doing right now is we're playing. We're playing with the name. You don't respect us. That's the truth, bro. That's the truth. You see me, I've got a vision of Arsenal being at the top. Because about 20 years ago, they promised us we were going to compete. It might not be a big deal to you, but as a local lad, it was a fucking big deal to me. They've been proved to be talking bullshit the whole time. We've done this plan, that plan, this plan, that plan. Now it's this man, that man, this man, and that man. You're trying to tell me that a guy who is genuinely... Sorry for shouting, yeah, I'm sorry. You're trying to tell me that a guy who is genuinely learning on the job, yeah, every single game is a whole new fucking experience that he's never been through before, is the best that we can get. I like the guy. I want it to work, but I refuse to accept that there is no other option. Like we are some fucking bang average, dead name team with no history. Like we are not England's greatest FA Cup team of all time by far. It's 20 years nearly since we won the league, lads. It's time to start taking yourself fucking seriously as a club. Otherwise, we really will be stuck in the middle of nowhere forever and attracting bang average. And that's the energy that you're giving out. It's like, who are we going to get? We're doing what? Who are we going to get? We nearly got fucking Pep. We nearly got Klopp. Why can we not get a top manager if we actually choose to do that? Again, sorry for shouting.
No, sorry, can I just say something? No, you're not shouting, man. But you're making a good point. What do you mean? Arsenal is a big club. How can you say that? Who are we going to get? Is Arteta, was Arteta a genius? Arteta came in, we don't even know whether he was an assistant to Pep, right? He was just part of the coaching staff. And this is the Arsenal, right? I want him, even in my fan camp, I always said, I want him, Arteta, to do okay. But to take us to the next level, I'm sorry, Arteta is not the person. And look, you can't be fighting with your players, with the senior players. You have to be able to manage that. And Arteta is not able to do that. Some of the game, when we're playing, we need to manage through the game. We got lack of management strategy in place. So you can't say, oh, because Arteta, apart from Arteta, we can't get anyone else. Please, you guys, stop being naive. Arteta is not the only coach. And in fact, he's even learning on the job. And he's not learning fast enough for me because it comes out, it seems that he's full of himself. It's just, he doesn't understand that the opposing team, they've got good coaches, they might got good personnel, but just because of the brand, it's not a big one. That's why people are not taking notice of their players and the coaching staff. But Arsenal, because Arsenal is big, we got big home base, so all of a sudden, people will take quick notice, about our team. So, hey, in terms of coaching, please, there's so many coaches that we could get out there better than Arteta. Arteta is not doing anything. People say, he stopped the culture. He's not stopping anything. Things are still happening within the squad. So I think if we don't make it, and one of the guys made kind of a comment earlier on that, in the beginning of the season, did we know that we were going to be in top 4 battle? Oh, come on, man, this is ridiculous. Our statement. At the end of the day, when we're in the league, you want to challenge for the league. So in that case, we must not challenge for the league. Then the Manchester Arsenal found that, you know what? Don't worry, we're not going to do anything. Well, top 4 is always a top target for Arsenal. Top 4. I don't care whether the coach took it today or yesterday or whatever. It has to be a target. So if he can't make it, then there's no point. On 3 seasons now, it looks like we might miss out. So I hope not, but it's upsetting. And you guys will come back to me and say to me, oh, let's keep Arteta doing that. We'll regret this. So I'm sorry, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for getting involved. Listen, if you do want to get involved, just send a request through. I want to send it over to IBA. It's been waiting a while.
Yes, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Ramadan Mubarak for all the Muslims here. First of all, hard luck, guys, for the loss. Actually, today, the team faced a lot of difficulties starting from before the game. The team is very the squad is very thin, and everything is going against us. But blaming Arteta, guys, for everything is really disgusting. Yeah, I like the guy, okay, but I'm not like blindly going behind him with everything. No, he has his faults, and you can criticize him, yes, but blaming Arteta for everything. I mean, factors for losing are you have many factors for losing. Luck sometimes, injuries, manager, player, referee, whatever, like commitment, experience, everything. It's not all about the manager. You have Nketiah as your starting striker, and you don't have you don't have any backup for him, or you don't have any super players there. How are you supposed to win or to get top 4?
Well, just to sort of quickly counter that, the thing is, he's made the conscious decision, being in full knowledge of all that information, that we are capable. So,
let me. Do you think they tried to get a striker in the winter?
Well, they've tried to get one for sure. Yeah.
Why did not they try to go for others?
Honestly, I don't know, because to all intents and purposes, from what I can make out from all the sort of stuff that I've read, is Vlahovic rejected Arsenal months before he signed for Juve. So why they didn't switch their attention, I find quite baffling, to be honest.
Well, maybe the options are the other options are not available. Maybe in this January window. Anyways, the money, if it's true, so the money is there, so the money is gonna come for the next window, hopefully. Yeah. Anyways, I'm struggling and to describe the situation in Arsenal. And I'm sorry, guys. It's been a long time. I did not speak English, so I'm just like.
You take your time, man. That's fine.
Yeah. So. Yeah, what I have about Arteta, about today, and about every other game before, it's the creativity. We are very predictable, and we do not like every team now knows that we will use the corners to score. We will go for Saka, and Saka will cut back, and every team knows that. I think Arteta has to work also on the creativity side to like mix the ways of creating for the team. I don't have much to say actually. I wanted to have a say with one of the brothers, but I think he left, so that's why I did not find anything to say right now. Sorry.
Feel free to come back on whenever.
Thank you.
You like. Michael and Charles, can we go to you?
If Charles wants to go first, that'll be fine.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much, Hugh. Thank you. And, you're not shouting. I understand where you're coming from completely. It's just that it's very sad sometimes when we hear our own fans saying that we should not be ambitious. This has been going on for God knows how long now. But again, I'll ask some simple questions. Which of the big clubs in Europe, from Bayern Munich, Manchester United, Barcelona, Real Madrid, we appoint a manager who has no experience? None. None of this club will do it. So how we found it convenient to appoint somebody with zero experience, somebody who has not managed the primary school before, as the manager of Arsenal Football Club, is something I cannot wrap my head around. And they are all coming to play right now. You have a football director in Edu who has no experience either. The biggest job he's ever had is managing the Brazilian national team.
Do you think blame lies equally with Edu then?
Sorry?
Do you think the blame lies equally with Edu?
And not really. The point I'm trying to make is the way we make our appointment. we have a situation where the club is playing cheap. So instead of going for people who can do the job, they are being miserly and looking for cheap people. And that's exactly what's going on. You remember when Emery was around, we almost got the football director for, what's his name now? The Spanish guy.
Monchi.
We almost got him. But like, Monchi was going to be very demanding. And they don't like that. And that is what has permeated the club from top to the field of play. I don't know any player who would want to play for Arteta. Our system is so predictable. Slow build up, very predictable. You cannot expect anybody to do anything out of the ordinary. We have won some matches out of individual brilliance of certain players, but not because of the system. Because if you look the way we play right now, it's an interplay between Odegaard and Saka on the right, and that's it. We don't have any cutting edge from the left. So if Tierney is not overlapping or Martinelli causing confusion there, we are basically dead. And it's the same system, match in, match out. There's no difference. There's nothing innovative about the way we play. So immediately, even against Crystal Palace, you could see Patrick Vieira already. You could see Patrick Vieira already has a system that's working perfectly for him. Graham Potter. I mean, like, what? Even if you're looking to build cheap, why don't you go for a manager like that? There's Tedesco in Leipzig that's doing very well in Germany. There's this gentleman in Spain, Gautier, who used to manage Lille. I think he's managing Nice right now. That's somebody who will buy a player for like 2 million and sell him for like 50 million, if that's what you want to turn Arsenal Football Club into. Because apparently it doesn't look like we have any desire to win anything. And I'm surprised that fans are actually buying into that kind of a strategy. It's so frustrating. I don't even know where to go. They were saying, no, let him finish the season before we judge him. I don't. Okay, so we are playing Manchester United, West Ham, and Chelsea, right? So realistically speaking, from what we've seen from this team today, do you think we'll actually win any of those matches? So we would have spent 150 million pounds to regress. Arteta has a very big ego. I don't think there's any player, any top player in Europe who will want to play for Arteta. I don't think so. Even the young players will not play for him. Looking at Lacazette's situation, let's look at Lacazette. Even that Lacazette situation, Arteta came and broke Lacazette's confidence when he kept playing Nketiah initially. He kept playing Nketiah, and when he now found out that Nketiah was not working, he had to gradually put Lacazette into the team. But by that time, his confidence had been broken. This is the same Nuno Tavares. After playing a couple of matches for us, everybody said he should be starting ahead of Tierney. He makes a mistake, you yank him off in the 19th minute. You bring him up again, he makes a mistake, you take him off. Is that how to nurture a player? For a very long time, he refused to play Martinelli. People were saying we should go for Isaac. And I told them Martinelli is better than Isaac. Everybody was arguing. You don't give people garbage minutes and you expect them to play well. You have to keep playing them. You have to keep encouraging them. What does Arteta tell these boys when they go into the dressing room? How do you come out of the second half so flat? Nothing is happening. No change of pattern. Everything is so predictable. Pass the ball, try and give it to Saka, try and give it to Odegaard. Pass.
No, sorry to cut in, but I don't know whether it's a coincidence or not, but it feels a little bit like, we have a manager who's desperate to, recreate the sort of atmosphere / environment. He has come out constantly about these non-negotiables. He's been pretty ruthless in the way that he's dealt with certain characters. But you know, has he ostracised any sort of personality that is capable of getting up and winning Arsenal a game? Or is he sort of killing the confidence of players who've got that ability as well? I'm not being funny, but, you know, as soon as Arsenal go 1-0 down to Southampton, I had lost faith. We don't score enough goals to be going down. Let me bring in a new face. We've got Chin on the stand, and then Michael, if possible.
Hi, guys. So I want to make a quick 3 points. So the first point is Arteta is definitely at fault here. I hear what people have been saying in terms of we don't have a passage of play. We don't have that creativity that we once had, where it's coming from all angles. If you look at Liverpool now, the dynamism they've added with adding Diaz in. So you look at their bench. Their bench would start for us. They can bring off anyone, and it's like, oh God, it's coming from all angles. You look at Man City, they don't have a striker, it's the same. For us, it's, again, as people have said, it's Saka or it's bust. I love Martinelli, but you need that extra. And I think Pepe, he's not consistent with it, but he can give you that. The fact that Arteta, as again people have said, his man management is not there. Look at the way, in terms of, as we went 1-0 down today, I know people don't rate him, but you need those characters like a Guendouzi, who in the big games has taken at his young age and said, look, I'm going to drive. I'm going to carry this team and we're going to get back into the game. We don't have those type of players because he doesn't like players that will go against him. He could never manage. Arteta could never manage the Invincibles. Can you imagine the characters that are in that team? And do you think Arteta would be like, okay, I'm going to get along with Martin Keown. I'm going to get along with Patrick Vieira? No chance. No chance. So, again, second point, I'm hearing that people are questioning if Edu's at fault. This is the same guy, our director of football, with a week. We all knew before when Partey got injured that we needed in October or November that we needed a centre mid. We all knew that we needed a striker. We all knew that Aubameyang really wasn't, his head wasn't there, or he was kind of fading. This guy, with a week to go, with a night to go, was sipping the wine and posting on Instagram. Can you imagine, for those who work, can you imagine having a 9 to 5? Your boss says, look, I want you to make this report, present it to everyone by next week. You are there Friday, not doing anything, and you're posting on the work social media, on LinkedIn, having a good time, and you have not done your report. Again, we've come to rue what we didn't do. We're now playing Nketiah, who has been very average and is not signing a new deal. For me, that is, if I was Nicolas Pepe, I'd be like, no matter what I do, if I play 2 good games in a row, I don't start. If I play a good game, I'm on the bench. And now you're playing this youngster who's not even going to be here at all next season. My third point is, when you say we can't attract someone better, I totally agree with what Hugh is kind of saying in terms of we've gone into the mindset of just averageness. There are teams, there are managers here that are lesser clubs that are much better managers. And I will always say, someone like Graham Potter is much better than Arteta. If you wanted to question, okay, except for Man City and maybe Liverpool, who played the best football in the league? You will go and say, look, Brighton actually played the best football in the league. They control games properly, but they can't finish for shit. They cannot finish for shit. And that, if they had a top striker, you best believe Brighton would be finishing above Arsenal season in, season out. Look at the way, very average players. Look what he does. Very average players. If you now transition that into a bigger team with a bigger budget, still that same control, you see what Graham Potter and the likes would do. Like, I understand it's not a huge name, it's not your Ancelottis, not your Nagelsmann, blah, 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 but he's someone that has from the way he started, where Brighton were playing football under Chris Hughton, which was very much Sam Allardyce-like, to now, you can see there's an actual mold. There's an actual, okay, this is the way we want to play. These are the types of players we're gonna attract, and that is what Arsenal needs. We don't have, from the top to the bottom, we don't have a vision. It's just averageness every season, and our fans just eat it up. I don't know what you guys think of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to add to your Graham Potter's point, it's good that we are all reminded that the same Graham Potter brought a second division team from Sweden and beat Arsene Wenger at the Emery. So that's a very good point. Sorry, Hugh.
Can I just bring in? We've got Michael, and we should be getting Livs and Ryan as well.
Yeah, thanks, Hugh. I only actually managed to get to watch about 5 minutes of the game today, just due to other stuff.
You really didn't miss much.
Well, I as I say, I watched, I think, from about the 80th to the 85th minute, and all I saw was exactly what I saw against Brighton and against Palace. We have no plan B. Literally, it is, if plan A doesn't work, we'll just carry on with plan A. We'll just keep trying and trying and trying and trying to no avail. 4 out of the last 5 we've lost, as people have pointed out. Our next 3 fixtures: Chelsea, Man United, West Ham. Anybody sitting here right now could honestly say we're going to get any points out of that? Unlikely.
Well, you have. I'm on your Twitter now, mate. You tweeted an hour ago. Nothing would surprise me if we took.
It wouldn't surprise me.
And West Ham. So you obviously reckon we can win all 3.
I don't know. I put that out there as it would be so Arsenal to do something as crazy as that.
Where do you see that happening, though, bro? I don't know where we get goals from.
I don't see it happening. No, I really don't see it happening. Which would therefore mean we've lost more games than we did last season. So, do we really? I mean, when you fully look at it, do we continue with what's happening? We surely have to look at the bigger picture and say, Arteta, you've potentially reached where you've reached, then we can't really go much further with you. And I think a few people have mentioned Graham Potter, and I honestly, he would be, I think, one of the most perfect fits right now for the situation we're currently in. He won't cost the club a lot of money to sign to a contract because he's not the big name. He plays a great style of football, as people have pointed out. With a Brighton side who, let's be honest, if they had a couple of strikers that could actually find the back of the net, they would probably be in our position and we'd be in theirs. But yeah, for me, I think it might be time to move on. I really do. Because if we lose our next 3 games, we're actually worse than we were last year.
Okay, let me bring in Livs and Ryan, please. Oh, Cody, do you want to say something?
Yes, Hugh. Thank you for bringing me on, man.
Pleasure, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with what Michael was saying, like how we don't have a plan B, and I think that obviously stems down to just how small our squad is. I think just going back to like when you look at, I think maybe even since the Man City game, obviously I think we drew 0-0 to Burnley at home, and I think from that point, I think for maybe half the season, I feel like we've been a good team, but we've not been, we're not a bad team. We're kind of in the middle. The way we play games has always even been like today, where they scored a decently fortunate goal, but it was again quite a tight game. We seem to be when we beat Wolves at home 2-1 right at the end of the game, No, I actually was there at that game. No, we could have easily lost that game so easily. I feel like a lot of our games has been that kind of thing this season. I think that's kind of the realistic way of looking at us. And I think Arteta and Edu have made those 6 signings we've made. For all of them to be pretty good, I think that has to have some kind of like goodwill on them, because that's a rare thing to happen. I think these next obviously few games are going to be very important for, I think, where people stand on Arteta, because me personally, I think I've seen enough in the way he tries to get us to play football. I've seen enough there that I think he's worth keeping. I think he's going to be one of the best managers in years to come. I think like him and Xavi, I think it was Charles maybe said that big clubs don't take on new managers. But I mean, Zidane literally went to Madrid and won 3 Champions Leagues, and he had no experience before. So I think when he gets his team, I think with the main striker, that's when I think, for me personally, I will properly judge him. But he's got to finish in the top 6 this season. I think if he finishes outside top 6, I don't know about what you think, Hugh, but it'd be very hard for a lot of people to see where we're going if we're finishing, that there.
Let me just sort of, maybe not counter it, but just offer sort of my thoughts on that situation. I feel a little bit like Arsenal fans. I'll just speak for myself, basically. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but I do see a lot of stuff on my timeline which suggests that people have sort of been bullied and or brainwashed into reconsidering who Arsenal are. I think it is, one of the most tweeted fucking stats that Arsenal have got the youngest squad in the league on average, that there is the young manager, the most inexperienced. We are basically being given a whole lot of reasons as to why things aren't going to be what we want immediately. So it sort of does lend to, okay, well, we haven't achieved it yet, but they're still young and he's still learning on the job, so we're going to have to be patient. And like you said, there have been signs that he's done stuff. It would be very, very harsh, I think, to basically take all credit away from Arteta.
Yeah.
But the facts remain that we're looking to sort of escape from mid-table mediocrity. And, Pep Guardiola saying that everything about football is not going to be enough, mate. We've been, let's just level here. We've been completely imbalanced as a squad. You got players who are completely out of confidence on massive wages, or they're running their contracts down, or they're out of contract soon. He's gone from being head coach to manager. But, things have been taking shape in recent times. He's been credited, at least, with making the defence more difficult to break down. He's been credited with improving the build-up. We looked to be a, fitter, healthier, more compact side. So, considering that he's learning on the job, that he's won an FA Cup already, there are still, I believe, arguments that lend towards them having patience with him. And like you say, there'll be people that believe that he is going to be the best thing since sliced bread. The facts, though, remain. It's got to be nearly £350 million now, mate. It's got to be nearly 3 seasons. It's got to have a finite sort of a cut-off point.
Yeah.
And without Champions League football, which has a few times this season been in our hands, people are going to point to it being another collapse. And if we do come 7th or 8th without a trophy, with no European football to speak of during the season, you're playing once a week, then, I can forgive people for just being done. I can. Listen, let me bring in Livs, please, and then Ryan.
Yes, bro, man. How are you, man? Good?
I've been better, man. I'm not going to lie. My head is pounding right now.
Yeah, man. I'm just on the journey back, man. It's great going, bro. really got going. It was a shit show today. I'm being honest. Like, I just don't understand how we can like dominate so much the possession, bro. And we're not even looked like we're scoring. Like, this didn't make sense to me, man. Southampton were even like they had that one chance, bro. They got their goal, and that's it. They sit off the low block. When they sit off the low block, bro, it was just looking hopeless. Like, we were struggling to play through the middle. Didn't make sense to me. Like, I've said it from day one, bro. When it came to January transfer window, we should have bought players in to increase the depth of the squad. Because I said, you know what? It won't work. If we really want top four, you can't rely on guys like Tierney being fit for the whole season, Partey being fit for the whole season, etc. It won't work. You know what I'm saying? There will be slip-ups, there will be injuries picked up. But who's going to come in that's going to be good enough to deputise? I didn't ever think Samuel Okongo was the answer. It was never the answer for me to deputise for Partey. No way. Left back, Tavares. Come on. 8 million, you signed for 8 million. I'm not going to get onto him too much today because he wasn't really bad, I'll be honest with you. He played way better today than he has before. But is he really someone to come in and, you know, and deputise for Tierney? No. Like, with Arteta as well, man, questions have got to be asked now, man. How much money has he spent, bro? He spent so much money. He's getting, like, it's like he's getting a free run at the club. Like, go do what you want. He's been here for 2 years, bro. He's had more resources than any other manager. And what's happening? He's getting no repercussion. Nothing is happening to him, bro. It's like the Cronkies are telling him, do what you want. And that's the big issue for me, bro. I'll be honest with you. Brighton, before they beat us, had no Premier League wins in 7. Yeah, Palace had no Premier League wins at home in 2022, but they beat us. Southampton had no Premier League wins, bro, in 6, and they beat us. It's mad, like our season just capitulated just like that to these average teams. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And look, the club decided to sell Aubameyang. Cool, you want to go sell Aubameyang? Go bring in a striker then. Even if it's a loan, deal, go bring in someone. But no, they thought it's okay to continue the season with Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah. Come on, man. You can't be serious. As a club, you can't be serious and say you want to play Champions League or you've got aspirations to get back to competing and make decisions like that. You can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at it in a way where right now, bro, Man United are back in the race already. Just like that. Manchester United are back in the race. Just like that. We just allowed them to come in. It's, bro. At the end of the day, it's a quality thing, bro. That's what we lacked today. We lacked real quality, bro. I couldn't look at one player today and go and said, you know what, you actually deserve to play the Arsenal shirt. I couldn't look at one player today, bro. Not one player. Our substitutes made no impact whatsoever, bro. It was an absolute shit show, bro. It was embarrassing. Southampton fans were trolling us. I've never felt that low in a long time, bro.
Well, not to worry, because we've leaked 3 new kits. Which one's your favourite? The Carney kit or the black or the pink one? I don't know.
The pink one, definitely. I'm done with pink. It makes us look soft. Yeah. The black and gold, probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we are realistically. Because, I mean, despite what you're saying and me agreeing with most of it, I just get this feeling that they're so deep in now and they're so desperate for this to work that they may well give it another year. And if we don't make, you know, Europe in general, then it's got to be the cutoff point. For a lot of people, that's already happening now.
Yeah, I agree. Like, don't get me wrong though. When everyone was fit, like, things were going well. You know what I'm saying? It looked very good for Arteta and the club. But as a big club, bro, you've got to have quality and strength in depth. You have to. How can you think you've got to be so deluded or arrogant to think you can go far with a thin, weak squad that we do, a young squad as well, full of naivety, bro. Lack of experience. I don't see, like, for example, we made Odegaard captain today. I don't see Odegaard as, for me as a leader. I don't. As good as a footballer he is, I don't really see him as a leader. So for him to be our captain, it just shows we're lacking leaders in that squad, bro. And if they're going to give Arteta one more year, then this summer window, they've got to go harder than they've ever gone before. We've really got to wow the window. Like, we've really got to shut the transfer window down, bro. If we're serious. They have to, bro. Because I doubt we're going to get Champions League. It'll probably be Europa again. And, bro, if we don't get Champions League for next season, then, bro, the guy's got to go, man. He's got to go. He's really got to go. Some are even saying he's got to go now. But, bro, I don't know what the club are going to do, man. They'll probably give him another season, like you said. So, this just looks very bad. We've got Chelsea on Wednesday. I am not looking forward to that.
Well, look, let's just talk about this then, man. The next 3 games, away at Chelsea, early kickoff 3 days later against Manchester United, and then to West Ham. I don't really want to talk about the North London derby just yet because it's a little while off, but those 3 games, what are you thinking Arsenal are coming away with?
Chelsea, I don't think we're getting anything out of that game. I think Chelsea right now, they're in good form. I think they're going to probably want to prove a point. I think Chelsea's going to win. I don't have no faith in us in that game whatsoever at the bridge. Manchester United, it can go either way. It can go either way. Because United wasn't convincing today. Even though they won, they weren't really convincing. They allowed Norwich to get back in the game, which was a bit of a shock. So, with the Arsenal United game, it can go either way. We could win, we could also lose. With West Ham, that one there, it's mad. It depends. I feel like we'll know more about what we can get out of West Ham game after the result against United. Because obviously West Ham are focusing on Europa, so they might rest a couple of players. But I don't think we're getting more than 9 points out of the 3 games. Honestly.
You don't think what?
Sorry, we're not even going to get. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting 9 points out of the game. I'll probably say we'll probably get maximum 4 points out of 3 games. 4 points.
Then if we're getting 4 points from those, then it's basically over, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Bro, for me, I've already thrown in the towel. I said it today. If we don't win today, top 4's done.
Guys, listen, I'm going to love you and leave you. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm lying, actually. It's been an absolute nightmare. I really feel broken. I'm sort of creeping towards accepting that it's not happening. And I guess it's now going to be trying to convince myself that they will be good enough to fix this. Tired, man. 20 years we've not won the league now. It's about 6 years since we've been in the Champions League, isn't it? I'm worried that this really is who they are happy with us being. Anyway, much love for getting involved. If you're new to the stream, please do, or the channel, please do subscribe. And if you have enjoyed the video, please do smash the hell out of the like button. It helps out massively. Turn your bell notifications on and I'll see you in the next one. But for now, I've been Hugh Wizzy and this has been fucking hell.
Certain age, I was blowing up the bus challenging for time, challenging to be at the top table of